Let me know if you guys can hear me out there in YouTube world. It's your boy Boogotti NYC. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. How's everybody doing out there this morning? Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you can hear your boy. All right, let me know if y'all can hear me out there. Do, 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 do. Like I said, Trump says to Iran, sign the agreement or else. It's Monday, you guys. Let's get into it early. It's your boy Boogotti NYC. Y'all could have went anywhere. Fact of the matter that y'all came in to chill with me, I appreciate you. And guess what? I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. I said it's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo, 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 yo. Whoa. And we wind it up. Wind it up. Wind it up. It's 6 o'clock. Somewhere. You ready? I'm ready to go. I sped it up for you too, because I knew you was gonna try to play games on me today. So let me woosah real quick. And whenever you're ready, we can do it. Whenever you're ready, we can do it. Whenever you're ready, we can do it. Up, we see something. Okay. Okay. Oh. Olay. I tried to set it for 5. I tried to be on point with everything, but hey, sometimes things happen. Let's go. Open up those pores. I tell you one thing, it really is cold outside. So these fingertips, woo, kind of open up these pores. Uh, uh, We gotta open up these. Uh, uh. It's you know what today is, right? 420. That's right, y'all. 2026. Six. I'm your host, Boogotti NYC, and this here's our bottom line. Where we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that. Where we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that just got me lit. That's right, you guys. Had to cut to the chase this morning. We got a lot to get into. We got an express show today. That's right. We came on early because I got to go take care of some things. And you know how sometimes you need a little bit of extra time. But anyway, y'all know how we do it over here. We can't do anything without what? Without getting those prayers in the air. Please let me know, Batty. I think I'm talking too much. I do want to know if you can hear me because I know I've been running my mouth already. But I would like to know, can you guys hear me? Let me know if you guys can hear me. Okay, I really would appreciate that. Also, okay, thank you, Batty. I appreciate that. So you know what we're going to do right now? We got to get those prayers in the air. I tried to let enough people get in here. I know they groggy. They like, wait a minute, 5 o'clock. That's right. Today, we told you, we got 5 on it. So let's go. Let's get those prayers in the air. Want to pray for happiness, health, good well-being. I want to pray for everybody's family. I want to pray for the animals. I want to pray for your sense. I want to pray for your health. I want to pray for, let's say, community. Also want to make sure that we can have great dialogue and be able to come to an understanding as people, as one. And the last thing I want to say, you guys, I want to pray for me as well. Like I want to say that last, but I meant to say it first. But yes, I want to pray for myself as well, that I have a good, a good day today as well, that the sun shines bright on everybody out there. Make sure that we're praying for the family members as well as the children. Who we praying for out there today? We're praying for Miss Swanza. We got Catwalk Easy 7. We got Batty Lynn in the building that we got to pray for as well. Mrs. Swanza, I already saw you in the building. I see we got to pray for you. Beyond Ether 222. Good morning. How you doing? I see my sis up in there holding it down. We got Roy OX. Who's that? Joshua. Okay, new person. Thank you. Cook Plays. I just woke up. It's 4 a.m. It's 5 here. Thank you for showing up. Yeah, we doing what we got to do early. You see, I'm jumbling and mumbling. but I'm getting it done. Let's go, Mark Dorfman. I'm glad that you're here early this morning, too. We got Dewey Brown up in here. Let's shout out for the normal people that's normally in here as well, because they probably still sleeping and about to turn over. Can't forget about Liberty and Justice. Can't forget about Casey. Can't forget about Jeffrey Spilker. Can't forget about Sam Champion. Winter Rising. Can't forget about Rebecca Lanyan Bueno. Want to also say what's up and pray for Terry. Got to pray for Justin, Jordan, and let's say Dot Focus and Coin Collective. Let's try to remember as much as I possibly can, you guys. And Sarah Rebecca Lanyan Bueno already. Amen. It's time for us to get into it, you guys. Y'all know what I'm about to do right now, right? I got 5 on it. I'm going to stack 5 videos at a time. All I need you guys to do is stay on topic, stay on point. Let me know where you're chiming in from. Let me know what city, state, or country you're chiming in from as well. I love to go get content from where you guys are from. Why? I just like to do it. I don't like to keep on replicating the same places. This way we keep our horizons broaden. Also, what I want to tell you guys is, yes, make sure we try to keep on topic with the dialogue. It just makes for much more better commentary and for you guys to stay on topic. And with that being said, I'm not holding up. Let's get into these titles. What we got over here this morning? We've got Trump. That's right, looking kind of angry, like, oh, I done told you guys, right? Trump says to Iran, sign the agreement or else. That's number one coming down the pike. We've been listening and hearing about this for almost 2 months now. Can't wait for it to be OVER. Because over here, what we really care about is what? The victims, the children, and the people that's caught in the middle of this crap. Let's keep on going forward, because also what we have is singer David. There he is, arrested and charged in the demise, because we can't say certain words here, in the demise of Celeste Rivas Hernandez. That's right. That's her right back there. I didn't even know that when they met. She was 14 years old. Seems as if, of course, they should pay attention to what happened to her, but also, why are you dealing with girls that are so young, Mr. David? Let's keep on moving forward, last but not least, because we got a whistleblower who speaks out after warnings of hand sanitizer, and there was a huge FIRE. Boom, you guys got to check this out. We got this much more coming down the pike. What am I going to say? Grab your coffee, your tea, your water, because it's time to get into our bottom line. What we got coming up first for you guys right now is Mr. President Trump speaking about none other than, oh, sorry about that, you guys. You know, we started off different now, especially since we broke a story yesterday that we did not know about at all. So I guess somebody made sure that it was in the lineup, and I appreciate that. Shreveport, Louisiana. Yesterday we lost 8 people. There are 2 people that are in the hospital after somebody, did a powing, and we can't say that over here. We're gonna let them say it. Good morning, everybody. Let's get into it. Let me get this audio up. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. God bless everybody. Let's see what we got here for you coming down from Louisiana, Shreveport to be exact.
Uh, and you said the two women are being hospitalized, critical condition. You did mention one child surviving this. Can you tell us anything about the age of that child, how they're doing, what's the situation?
The child is a teenager, sustained a non-life-threatening injury, and is in the hospital doing well.
Tell me a little bit more about this neighborhood, your community, how people, really must be very rattled about what happened.
Well, it not only rattles the community, it rattles that community. It rattles the entire city. This is something that, when something like this, it affects us all. We are one Shreveport, and it affects us all. And the other people it really affects, and you imagine the first responders, the crime scene investigators, the coroners, deputy coroners, and the coroners people that go in, and they have to discover these 8 children murdered all at the same time. It just was a horrific scene out there. I was at the scene this morning, obviously stayed out of the way, but the community was beginning to gather. I think there are people trying to organize a prayer vigil, trying to find out where these children attended school so that they could have counseling at their schools at the loss of their classmates. So it is a major deal.
Yeah, impacting so many people. Of course, we're hoping the best for the two women who are in critical condition, and of course, the teenager also in recovery. Mayor Tom Arsenault, thank you so much, and hoping and wishing the best for the entire community. Thanks for being with us.
And yes, thank you for sharing that information yesterday, for being able to bring us up on point about that. We had no idea what was going on, so we had to make sure we expeditiously brought that to you guys this morning. Want to pray for the children as well as the victims in this sad, horrific tragedy. I want to pray for the children that are in the schools, just like they said that they're going to have to go and speak to, as well as probably give some psychiatric help too, because they're going to be missing their friends. And you don't want this to keep on happening and anything to get worse when it comes down to that. Just want to pray for everybody. It's a very sensitive topic and a sensitive moment in the early morning. So yes, but we have to lead off with the most sensitive and real stories over here, because they're the most important. Let's keep on moving forward. Amen. Let's go, you guys. Let's keep on getting, double tap that screen and get those likes up, because I know it's people out there that want to know about this. Is it over? What's going on? Because Iran closes the Straits of Hormuz again. Not only did they close the strait, but they powed on the ship in retaliation for the U.S. blockade. Trump speaks up, says the Navy has already seized the Iranian vessel. President also is critical infrastructure is going to be hit if they don't go ahead and sign and, like he said, do what he said they're going to do. Go ahead and leave the strait alone. Sorry.
Close the Strait of Hormuz to shipping in retaliation for a U.S. blockade of ports. Revolutionary Guard gunboats opened fire on at least two ships, causing damage but no injuries. CBS's Olivia Rinaldi has more from the White House.
By the end of the day, we're talking to them, and we're taking a tough stand.
President Trump brushed off Iran's decision to again close the Strait of Hormuz as he signed an executive order at the White House.
They wanted to close up the strait again, as they've been doing for years, and they can't blackmail us.
The president was not open to questions after Iran opened fire on two India-flagged ships, damaging some containers.
Iranian gunboats fired upon two vessels today. President Macron said that.
Thank you very much, everybody.
سخنگوی قرارگاه مرکزی خاتم.
An Iranian state TV anchor read a statement from the regime Saturday, announcing the reclosure of the waterway after just one day, in retaliation for the continuing U.S. blockade of Iranian ships.
That lasted long, a whole day, 24 hours, changed their mind.
Temporary ceasefire between the U.S. and Iran expires on Wednesday. The war is now in its 8th week.
Pakistani mediators are trying to arrange more direct talks between the U.S. and Iran in Islamabad early next week. CBS News has learned that Vice President J.D. Vance could again lead the U.S. delegation. In southern Lebanon, a traffic jam formed as residents tried to return home.
Okay, let's see what's going to go on with that. We already got one peace treaty. Let's see if we're going to keep the other one holding tight. There's a little bit more we have here. Yes, they closed the Strait of Hormuz, and that's basically what the topics are this morning. And I guess everybody, we got to get the ring the rag out to see exactly what was going on as far as the direct conflict. And over here, what we always like to show you is who's really getting the suffering out of it. Those are like regular urban buildings where people actually live at. That's why we always say we pray for the children and the families, because for some reason, it's not like back in the day when they used to be on the field with the muskets. You know what I'm saying? It's not the muskets anymore. It's this, and it comes down to the children and the families being hurt. And we don't like things like that. Vincent, how you doing? Good morning. Thank you so much for the glove. Thank you so much for gloving up. Thank you.
Well, turning now to the conflict in the Middle East, Iran has again closed the Strait of Hormuz to shipping in retaliation for a U.S. blockade of port.
I think I just showed y'all that. We don't need to see that again. That's enough of that anyway. How about that? How about that right there? I had enough of the Strait of Hormuz. All right, how about that? That's another one right here. Okay, that's it. No more. Let's get that out. That's the no more Hormuz. Okay, we doing something different right now. Okay. But it's still bad. We got to get on over to Kyiv now. Oh, man, if it's not the Strait of Hormuz in Iran, it's Kyiv. Again, Vincent, thank you so much. Bottom line, glove, guys, gloved up. Go ahead and grab that right there. Got a situation over here now that happened in Kyiv. This guy just went haywire when there was 13 people that, well, can't even say that, but I'm going to just explain. A certain person opens pow pow in Kyiv, pow-powing 6 and injuring more. Almost 13, but let's go ahead.
A gunman opening fire in the busy streets of Ukraine's capital, city of Kyiv today. Ukrainian officials say at least 6 people were killed, more were injured. Police killed the gunman after he barricaded himself in a nearby supermarket with 4 hostages. Stephanie Bennett is live from London with more on this. Stephanie.
Hey, John. Well, Ukrainian authorities are investigating this as a terrorist act. The gunman was shot and killed by police at the scene, and this all happened in a busy southern part of Kyiv. Now, at least 6 people were killed, as you said, and 14 others were injured, including a 12-year-old boy. The gunman opened fire on the streets, killing 4 bystanders there. Then he took hostages and barricaded himself inside that busy supermarket. A 5th person was killed inside the store, and a 6th person died from her injuries at the hospital. 4 hostages were successfully rescued. The head of Ukraine's Interior Ministry said special tactical police units stormed the store after attempts to contact the gunman with a negotiator failed. He was killed while resisting arrest. Now, Ukraine's prosecutor general said the shooter was a 58-year-old native of Moscow and that a fire had also broken out at his apartment down the street. A devastating act, of course, as the country is already going through so much.
It is known that the attacker set the apartment on fire before going out onto the street carrying a weapon. He had previously been subjected to criminal prosecution.
No details on a motive, but I'm sure lots of investigating will go into this to get to the bottom of it. John?
Oh, that sounds like 20 people almost right there that got hurt. Oh man, let's pray for those 20 people. 6 that lost their lives, another like 14 injured in Kyiv. You guys, you heard everything that they said. Want to pray for the victims, the families, and if anybody did get hurt, please let them have a speedy recovery. And if anybody around that deals with things like that had to deal with the shock of it, because there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be, dealing with the psychiatric points of that as well. Want to make sure that they're getting the proper treatment, and we're praying for them as well in this tragedy. And God, please, I don't know if you can step in, but it'd be a great time to do something about it. I don't know if we can get a miracle, because we need all of this tragedies to stop. It's just happening too much all over the world. Pray for everybody out there, for our love and our safety, everybody. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward. We got this other situation coming up that we had on our thumbnail here with the singer David, who's been arrested, in the murder of a 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez. We're going to keep on trying to get as much information about this case. We've been following this case since the conception about 7 to 8 months ago. See what we got going on with this singer David situation here.
Fallout continues for platinum-selling singer David, now in police custody, arrested yesterday by the LAPD in connection with a gruesome murder of a 14-year-old girl who went missing in 2024.
David's music label, Interscope Records, is already distancing themselves from the controversy. KTLA's Lindsay Pena is live in the Hollywood Hills, where the singer...
Yeah, so Interscope took him off the website, so that must mean that they dropped him as well as an artist.
...was arrested. Lindsay.
Yeah, Cher, Micah, the house where David was staying right before his arrest, relatively quiet today, and we're still not sure who might be inside. What we do know is that David is in custody, being held without bail until at least Monday.
Nah, you ain't gonna get me, dog. Don't try it. Don't even try it. Sit down, eat your slice of pizza, and be quiet. No.
Z, the 21-year-old taken into custody at a home in the Hollywood Hills. The California Post also releasing this footage showing officer tactical gear handcuffing David before putting him inside a patrol vehicle.
Nope. So sorry. Won't be doing it.
LA radar as a suspect for months in the death of 14-year-old Celeste Rivas, whose decomposing body was found in the trunk of David's Tesla last September. Although an investigative grand jury was convened in the case late last year, it never returned an indictment. At this point, it's unclear what finally prompted his arrest on suspicion of murder. KTLA legal analyst Allison Treasel.
Just because he's been arrested on suspicion of murder does not mean that on Monday he will be charged with murder. It means that he will either be brought to court and the district attorney will file charges at that point, or he will be released.
Rivas went missing from her Lake Elsinore home back in 2024. She allegedly met David on social media and, according to law enforcement sources, was in a romantic relationship with him.
At 14 years old. Did you hear this? Nobody talking about that part.
Driesel says what is clear is that investigators have spent months building their case, and Monday may be when we find out more about what evidence they have against David.
Including what type of forensic, digital, witness information, all of that should become more available to the public on Monday.
David's defense team releasing a statement maintaining their client is innocent, saying the singer hasn't been charged with any crime. Quote, the actual evidence in this case will show that David Burke did not murder Celeste Rivas Hernandez, and he was not the cause of her death. Despite no official charges being filed yet, David's label Interscope already wiping his page off their site.
Yeah, we wiped it off of here too.
Now, an attorney for Celeste Rivas' family telling us they plan to speak briefly on Monday after the DA makes their announcement. They issued a statement saying, in part, quote, the family remembers Celeste as a daughter and sister whose loss has deeply affected those who knew and loved her. In learning of Burke's arrest, Celeste's father, Jesus Rivas, said, quote, thank God, justice for Celeste.
Well, we already know about the family, but we ain't gonna go there right now. You know, we ain't gonna go there right now about that. Celeste, we sad about the situation where the 14-year-old lost her life. Hopefully people will start paying attention to that part as well. Why is a 14-year-old, what is a 14-year-old doing with a man in the first place? And why is that happening? What are they doing together in the first place in any sort of relationship or even knowing each other? Talking about they met online. Want to pray for the soul of Celeste Rivas and Hernandez. Also want to hope and pray that all of her family members, the true people that love her, are coming to some sort of understanding that they finally got someone and at peace to see this come to an end and see what happens at the end when these charges start to come through. Want to pray for strength for everyone in this time. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward. Now, Ed David, you got a lot of answering up to do now, making videos about it, all sorts of blindfolded stuff, dragging bags and all of that. Yeah, homeboy, you're weird. That dude David is weird. And somebody in the comments said, I don't know if he probably did that before. Yeah, she was a kid, still Derek, 14 years old. And why in the world was he with her in the first place? Yeah, that's what I got right up there. Big letters, 14 years old. Now let's get on over to this whistleblower we got after warnings about this hand sanitizer and this I don't know if it's this what is it, a plant or somewhere that they actually makes hand sanitizer at. But I'm gonna tell you one thing, you should have listened to this whistleblower if he said anything about it being flammable. Let's go, y'all. Check this out.
The whistleblower connecting this fire in the Finger Lakes and this one 1,700 miles away.
I'm kind of in a position where you do have to speak up and you have to say something.
Both fires, the one last summer in Gorham and the one 2 weeks ago in New Mexico, were fueled by containers of hand sanitizer, and both storages were run by the same man. Tonight, Chief Investigative Reporter Berkeley Breen has the whistleblower who tried to warn of the danger.
What impact did that fire in Gorham have on you?
Well, I live just outside of Gorham, and I could see, the smoke from my house.
The tipster asked for anonymity. She has family and friends who fought the warehouse fire in Gorham. She discovered that the man who packed this warehouse with hand sanitizer had a deal to do the same thing in southeast New Mexico. His name is Edward Zaidman, and 3 months before the fire, the town of Gorham knew it was trouble.
Once it starts to go, it's going to go.
So on September 2nd, 2025, she sent this anonymous email to the closest TV station in Texas. It warned it's worth notifying city officials.
What was inside you that said, I got to tell them about it?
I think it just goes back to what I do for work. I'm kind of in a position where you do have to speak up and you have to say something.
Hand sanitizer is definitely flammable too.
2 weeks ago, the warehouse with sanitizer in New Mexico caught fire. And when I reached the fire chief, he said he had received an anonymous tip about what was inside.
I received a third-party anonymous tip saying that there was a lot of hand sanitizer being stored there.
Now, the chief can't say if it was our tipster, but as a result, his department pre-planned for the danger, which included calling extra help on the way.
Did the tip help, ultimately?
I mean, ultimately, just knowing that there's a potential danger and being able to pre-plan for that is vital.
It took 8 hours to get the Gorham fire under control. It took 3 hours to control the one in New Mexico.
Maybe your warning
But it burned everything to the ground.
stopped the fire from being worse than it was.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I intended. And I think people don't realize the impact that they can have by speaking up. I'm thankful that it did some good.
Our
Just like a
tipster
gigantic
emailed
still,
that
yeah.
warning on September 2nd. And the fire chief in New Mexico says his tip was passed on to him by his mayor's office that same month. The fires in Gorham and New Mexico are still under investigation. In Rochester, Berkeley, News 10 NBC.
Edward Zaidman told us in an email that 100-degree temperatures in New Mexico caused the hand sanitizer to spontaneously combust. My investigations found another warehouse in the Finger Lakes packed with hand sanitizer. The DEC says the last of it was removed last week. The whistle.
Oh man, that's crazy right there. You guys will never know. That's how I told you, we can make up a story nowadays and it's gonna be there. It's gonna come to pass, you guys. Like this one right here. I'm just glad nobody got hurt in that, because that was a big fire right there. One of them took 8 hours to put out, and the other one took what, 3? But you know who handled that, right? The first responders, and we gotta salute the first responders. We always show them respect. That's right, you guys. We got love for our first responders because they're always there to do what? Pull us out of the face of danger and all of that, especially when there's a fire. Fireman is the first one that run into the danger. So that's right. We got love for them. Please save them and protect them, you guys. Love, amen. That's right, you guys. Them first responders done helped me a couple of times. Yeah, man. I ain't one in the front. One time, all of a sudden, ambulance was right on the corner when I needed them. And they were like, yeah, let's get him right to the hospital right now. I just walked up on him and they took care of him. So yes, I got a thing for nurses and doctors. I don't mess with no doctor around me. Bow, stay in your place. Now we got to get on over to your buddy Cash Patel. He's got a situation where he's got taken on the fake news, and he says that he's going to be having to take them to court for a lawsuit. I think they're trying to say Cash Patel is out here having too many "this bud's for you." Come on, y'all. I'm not saying it because I'm not trying to be sued next. You know, we already having little issues, so I ain't trying to mess with no Cash Patel.
This is a rattling call to pay attention to this issue and make sure that our nation's top scientists are safe and secure. This is too coincidental.
Okay, we talked about that yesterday. I'm sorry, you guys. Let's get into this other part right here. I'm sorry about that. I know we're supposed to be talking about something else, but this interview with her is very long. So let me just try to get to the point.
Disruptions at a time of.
Let's try to get right to the point with Mr. Patel. Sorry about that, you guys, because this is a 12-minute video, and you know we only accept, let's say 2 minutes over here, but we're gonna let them rock for a minute.
Morning, I want to kick it off with this story. What can you tell us about these 11 missing or dead scientists?
More importantly, let's get to that, and then let's see about the charges. The scientists first, because it's more important.
Yes. It's great to be with you, Maria. And look, per our conversations with the White House and the president, the FBI is going to be spearheading the effort collectively with our partners at the Department of Energy and the Department of War. These missing and killed scientists and former professional members of the Department of Energy vary in wide range. And we're working most importantly with our state and local partners who have the jurisdiction on each of these cases, whether they be a homicide or a missing persons case. They have the evidence. So what we're going to do is collectively pull it all into one place. We started this process last week, and then we're going to look for connections, like you said, on whether there are connections to classified access to classified information and/or foreign actors, and then we will produce that information to the White House and the world because it's of such great public importance. And if there's any connections that lead to nefarious conduct or conspiracy, this FBI will make the appropriate arrest.
I mean, you've been working on an investigation of China for many years. I remember years ago you were looking at China's bad behavior. And
by the way, we do care about the 11 scientists that are missing. They had to get some old folio up out of here. This is one of the most important stories that's going on right now. And that's why it's happening, because nobody thinks it's important. Got all of these scientists that are connected to so many different smart things as far as codes and things like that. You don't think it's important? Kick a rock for a block. Holla at your boy. Peace.
and how it constantly undermines the United States. Do you have any evidence so far that this is also linked to a foreign adversary like China?
You know, as of right now, there's not much we can say, but we don't have hard information directly linking any of this to overseas adversaries.
Okay, but you also recently told us that there was a major cyber attack. I mentioned it to the president just there. China did a cyber attack on the U.S. How significant is the undermining of America by China right now?
Well, look, just look at our intelligence community's assessment that came out last year, at the end of last year, which specifically stated that the most persistent and active cyber threat we face in the world is from China. That's the entirety of the 17 organizations stood up to protect this nation, made that determination. So the FBI packages its program in response around that. And what China does is three things. They use the People's Liberation Army, the PLA, the MSS, the Ministry of State Security, their spy service, and their private sector to engage in a basically triad of cyber offensive warfare and attack. What we're doing most importantly than just the arrest, though, is a complete dismantlement of these enterprises. And we've already had over 50 complete dismantlements focused specifically on actors from China and elsewhere because they are the most active and persistent threat. And that's what we're going to continue to do. And we launched Operation Winter Shield, which was our 60-day campaign with direct engagement with the private sector, because what the Chinese do is they go into not just government systems, but private sector systems. And just ask the 5 biggest banks what the FBI did for them over a weekend last year, expelled an entire hacker parade on their networks that could have crippled our financial institution. We did that in 1 weekend. And so our ask to the private sector after our 600 plus engagements in 60 days is let us in early. Call us often. We will show up with our cyber action team, our CAT team, expel these bad actors and dismantle the networks. And then, yes, of course, we'll make more arrests and use the sanctions programs with our treasury partners to make sure we don't do business with these folks. We have identified just 3 in the last couple of months in China that private sector companies that partner with the MSS and
Bro, do you breathe?
PLA. And so that's an extensive operation, but we need our private sector partners' engagements. And that's what Operation Winter Shield was for. It actually had over 2 million impressions in the 60 days we launched it. And the private sector communities have been reaching out in large scale because they saw what we did with the banks and they saw what we did with places like Stryker and elsewhere.
All right, I want to move on, but real quick, I just spoke with the president about this letter that Xi Jinping wrote back to President Trump, and he said he wasn't supplying weapons to Iran. There are reports of
and try to steal our seed agricultural information. We've also conducted arrests. Look, Maria, you and I have been at this together for a long time, whether I was leading the investigation on Russiagate back in the House or my time in the Trump admin 1 and now. And the results, I say, speak for themselves. If the fake news mafia isn't hitting you personally with baseless information in Washington, D.C., then you're not doing your job. And it's louder than ever because this FBI, under President Trump's brilliant leadership and back.
Okay, I know what you're about to do. You're about to start talking about president, all of the accomplishments and everything like that. That's enough. Sorry, you guys, but he covered 3 topics right there, and I had to get those 3 topics out, especially what's going on with the 11 scientists. Yes, they're looking into that. Also, what he said about the cyber attacks that's coming in from China. You guys saw the episode yesterday where they're going inside of the supermarkets in certain areas in department stores, and they're taking out all of the scratch off gift cards. And what they do is they take off the numbers, and once you put money on them, they take off all the money because they already got the numbers on the scratch off cards. They put them back. They got a big scam going on, and that's what he's talking about when it comes down to the CCP. It's happening. We showed it yesterday. Let's keep on moving forward. Let's keep on moving forward. Now we got to get on over to Alec Baldwin over in Los Angeles. And I know a lot of people do not believe him. I understand, and you can have your opinion here. This is our bottom line. Everyone can have their opinion as long as they're being respectable about it. Let's get on over and see what's going on with Alec Baldwin, because a judge in Los Angeles has now forced him to face civil trial over that fatal powwowing and that rough shooting. You guys remember that case that was going on with Mr. Baldwin? Let's see what we got on the topic of that. Let's see. Let's go over to Los Angeles real quick.
Also, more legal trouble for Alec Baldwin as a judge is now ordering the actor to face a civil trial over alleged negligence on the set of the film Rust. For more, let's go live to Christina Coleman out of our LA bureau. Hi, Christina. Hi, Aisha. An LA judge ruled yesterday
Good
that a
morning,
civil case
everyone.
filed against
Come on,
Baldwin and
come on,
Russ
come
Movie
on.
Productions over the fatal shooting can go to trial. This comes after Baldwin's legal team filed a motion to try and get this case thrown out. This lawsuit was filed by Serge Svitnoy, who was the head lighting technician on the set of Rust. He says he was standing near Helena Hutchins when she was fatally shot. He alleges he suffered emotional distress and accused Baldwin of negligence and assault. The judge dismissed the assault claim, but found the other allegations sufficient enough to proceed with a trial, writing, quote, a reasonable jury, based on the evidence provided by plaintiff, could find that Mr. Baldwin acted with a conscious disregard for the rights and safety of others through the ways his actions fell short of accepted industry firearm safety practices. Hutchins was shot on the set of Rust back in October of 2021. Baldwin was holding the prop gun when it discharged. He said that he did not know it was loaded with a live round. He also denied pulling the trigger. The movie's armorer, Hannah.
Who would have put a live room in there in the first place? I get what you're saying. Somebody's saying that it's not his fault. If somebody handed him that, what, he's supposed to look into it? I don't know.
Gutierrez Reed, who was responsible for
I guess
guns
he's supposed to look
on
at
the
it.
movie set, spent more than a year in prison after she was convicted of involuntary manslaughter. Now, as for Baldwin, the manslaughter case against him over the shooting was thrown out nearly 2 years ago after the judge found prosecutors withheld evidence. But he's still facing fallout over Hutchins' tragic death. The civil case filed by Savitnoy is scheduled to go to trial this fall on October 12th. Aisha?
Okay, Christina Coleman live for us. Christina, thank you. Be sure to.
Oh boy, that's crazy right there. We got to keep on moving forward. We got a full lineup for you guys today. Don't even worry. We got you with a full lineup today. Next coming up right here, we got this woman. Yes, I'm so tired of reporting about this, but sanctuary cities, sanctuary policies, and protecting the illegal criminals seems like a #1 priority for a lot of people that's in power right now. Yeah, come on over. We got to go on over to Arlington. I do not like reporting stories like this, especially when it's about women that are attacked while they're waiting for a ride. Like, you know, they're waiting for the ride share, waiting for your Uber or your Lyft. Next thing you know, some folio starts trying to mess with you, follows you, and it gets a little crazier where I can't even say it. Come on over here, you guys. This is why I agree with certain policies and that a lot of people don't agree with me about. Check this out. Let's see what's going on with this.
In the deep dive tonight, it happened again. An illegal immigrant with a long criminal record released back onto the streets despite warnings that he's a danger to the community.
And now he's charged with attempted rape. We have team coverage tonight as this case is putting a new spotlight on local police partnerships with ICE. Kayla Gaskins is on Capitol Hill, where so-called sanctuary city policies are under scrutiny.
But we will go first to Nick Minnock in Arlington for the latest on this criminal investigation. Nick?
Right now, I'm in Clarendon on Wilson Boulevard next to the Whole Foods. This is where police say a man, an illegal immigrant, stalked a woman, hit her, and attempted to rape her. Arlington police say on April 12th, Luzvin Orvando Garcia Moran attempted to rape a woman at 5:41 in the morning in Clarendon. Police say the woman was waiting for a ride share when Garcia Moran started talking to her. The victim walked away. He followed, grabbed her, pushed her into a wall, and physically assaulted her. The victim was able to get away, but he wasn't done. Police say Garcia Moran reapproached and assaulted her again. When the victim yelled for help, 2 people came to her aid and called police. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security confirms Garcia Moran is in the country illegally. He's from Guatemala.
You ready to see how many times he got arrested? Watch this. From Guatemala. I'm gonna finish that. But let me gonna do it like this. How many times has he been arrested before and let out? I'm gonna let y'all tell me. How many times has he been arrested and let out before? We looking for a number. Come on, what number you guys got? What you got for me, Ad Range? What you got for me, Liberty? I know it's early. Somebody said 17. Somebody said 100. 100 times probably. Woo, that's kind of a lot still, Derek. Keep on going. I'm gonna take everybody's number. We're doing the Price is right now. This is the showcase showdown. Let's see who I'm gonna call up. Dun, 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 dun. Whoever's the closest, I'm gonna bring you guys up to the showcase showdown. It's over. Guppy. Showcase showdown. Guppy Gilly. Let's check this out. Check this out. Let me make sure I get all of the info. I don't want you guys to get mad at me because I want you guys to hit every part of this. Guppy, you got it.
Homeland Security confirms Garcia Moran is in the country illegally. He's from Guatemala, and he has at least 25 prior charges over the past 6 years, including charges for assault and battery and attempting to disarm a police officer. Instead of being transferred to ICE for deportation, he was released back into the community by the Arlington sheriff. DHS said in a statement that, quote, Virginia's sanctuary policies allow this illegal alien to go on a crime spree. Arlington Sheriff Jose Quiros, like Fairfax County Sheriff Stacey Kincaid, doesn't cooperate with ICE, and their official policy is not to honor ICE immigration detainers and warrants. Jonathan Fahey is a former acting director of ICE.
Arlington County policies is utterly absurd. Law enforcement works best when the local, state, and federal all work together. And Arlington County, again, is putting politics first, much like they do in Fairfax. And unfortunately, we have a victim of a crime very recently that didn't need to be a victim of the crime. It's amazing to me that the governor would not allow somebody like this to be turned over to ICE.
Now, I reached out to Governor Abigail Spanberger's office and the Arlington sheriff, asking them, are they going to honor DHS's request that they not release this man back into the community? They have not said. The suspect is currently being held.
They said whether they're going to let him back out into the community, they have not said. You heard what he said. Wait a minute. Just to make sure you guys understand what's going on here. Hold on a minute. Right there.
Reached out to Governor Abigail Spanberger's office and the Arlington sheriff, asking them, are they going to honor DHS's request that they not release this man back into the community? They have not said. The suspect is currently being held at the Arlington Adult Detention Center. Back to you.
All right, Nick, you just talked about the Arlington sheriff and his deputies not working with ICE. Do Arlington police officers work with ICE in these types of cases?
They don't, Scott, not on any case. In fact, last year, 7 News reported how the Arlington County Board revised its policy to make sure police officers don't contact ICE agents, even in cases when police officers know there are confirmed terrorists, human traffickers, and gang members in Arlington. Now, the Arlington County Board said they passed this policy because they said immigrants, illegal immigrants in the community weren't comfortable reporting crimes to police, so they were reporting fewer crimes to police. We asked for data on that, but the county never gave it to us. Reporting in Arlington, Nick Minogue, 7 News.
And New York is trying to adapt the same policy right there, talking about they're going to do the same thing. She's trying to put in laws talking about ICE is going to have to take off their masks, all of this stuff, the same type of things. Kathy Joku Hoku, yep, trying to do the same thing here. Oh boy, well, what are we against? I don't know. What's up against us? Let's get on over to North Carolina right now, Charlotte to be exact. We got a horse that was mistreated, and I'm glad that there was a lawsuit filed. We don't play around here with the animals. We don't play when it comes down to the animals. I want you guys to know that. We got nothing but love for the animals, fostering. We love taking care of the dogs, the pit bulls. We're big on animals over here. You guys know how we get down. I want to actually get a sanctuary after this. Maybe by next year, hopefully. Check this out, though. You can't get a sanctuary when you got people that's treating animals like this. I mean, I'll take his horse from him if he don't act right.
Now, this is video that has now gone viral. And take a look at this. A horse breaks loose in uptown Charlotte before then it's hit by a car while running through an intersection. Many of you have already seen this video right here. We're now learning one of the men charged after that incident has other pending legal matters related to his treatment of horses. A Queen City News reporter David Schumann now spoke to the woman who filed
So the horse ran down the street and into a car. Yeah.
that lawsuit.
Wholly unexpected sight in uptown Charlotte this month when a man riding a horse falls as he tries to stand up, leading to the...
He's doing stupid tricks and he get mad because he fall. It ain't the horse fault, Fulio.
The horse running off startled. It's hit by a car shortly after. Witnesses told Queen City News they saw the horse back standing later.
He's okay.
Court records say Devin and Desmond Moore, twin brothers, were arrested after the crash for being part of a large fight. They've both been charged with disorderly conduct and resisting a public officer.
I was really just appalled.
Tracy Bogan tells Queen City News she knows Desmond Moore. She's suing him for negligence. Her civil complaint says Moore owns Reform Stables in Charlotte. She claims that last Christmas... Her horse Kodak was blinded in one eye while Kodak was boarded at the stable.
And I got a phone call from him telling me that my horse's eye has been split open. And I'm like, how did that happen? And he said that he tried to tack him up, put the saddle and stuff on him, and the horse reared up and hurt his eye.
Tracy doesn't believe that story. She says Kodak had to have the eye removed.
It's broken my heart. It really has. I had to go and look at him and try to let him know that everything was going to be okay.
Desmond Moore told Queen City News the lawsuit was untrue, but declined to comment beyond that. Court records indicate Moore's on supervised release for federal gun crimes, which he would be in violation of if convicted on the 2 charges stemming from the fight in Uptown. He also declined to comment on that incident. Desmond's brother, Devin, didn't return our messages asking about his involvement in the Uptown incident. Meanwhile, Tracy says she had to give Kodak up because she couldn't afford the medical expenses.
It's hard not to blame yourself because you get these animals and you fall in love with them and you swear to protect them and take care of them and you let them down.
In Charlotte, David Schumann, Queen City News.
Oh, man, some people just don't even deserve animals. Lord knows what he did to that animal when he was boarding it. She thought that it was okay for her to leave her horse there to be boarded. Lord knows what he did to that horse. I want to pray for all of the animals out there. The guys can't talk. They can't speak about the negligence and the way that they're being treated. That's why people like us and people that are here, we have to do what we can to take care of them as much as possible. Shout out to people like Mark Dorfman, people that really care about animals and actually have sanctuaries and take care of cats and things like that. Really love you guys out there. Anybody that take care of animals and love animals, you're a friend of mine. I want to send a special blessing to everybody who's out there with a foster home, with a sanctuary. If you guys need help, Lord, please shine your light on them because they're doing your work. Amen. They're doing their work. Let's go. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to get on over to this Titanic exhibit out in Chicago. What's that? The Valo Museum. There was a flood the same day that the real Titanic went down in 1912. I don't think I'll tell them, look here, you need to get this exhibit up out of here. If it was my property, I'm going to have to tell them, you have to get this Titanic exhibit up out of here if it keeps flooding just because it's here.
About this yesterday, the Titanic exhibit at the Valo Museum flooded again, this time on the exact day the Titanic went down in 1912. So was it the rain or is it something more supernatural afoot? Tony Lum is live at the Volo getting some answers. Hi, Tony.
Hi. Well, Volo Museum is known for its cars. And here in the Titanic exhibit, they have 3 cars that were owned by Titanic passengers. That big boat sank in 1912. Well, there's only been 2 floods here in this area. One, the first time, was right behind that car behind me. You may recognize that one from the movie. But this week, it flooded a second time on the date that the Titanic sank, April 14th, going into the 15th, and it happened in a completely different area. Museum security found water in the exhibit that showcases the iceberg and the sloping decks as the ship sank. They took a...
That was just the ghost coming back to look at his car. It was like, let me come back and look at my car. And he had a whole bunch of water coming from him because of how he perished. So all of that water was part of the flood. That's all that was. Don't be scared. You guys talking about supernatural. It's okay. Like I said, get that thing up out of here. Well, I ain't working there no more.
Action to save historical artifacts. The Volo Museum has Titanic replica and authentic era pieces that help tell one of history's most fascinating disasters.
So they got the video camera zooming in on that car specifically. You see where the water started to flood at? Right up under that car.
Stories. It is one of the popular exhibits here in Volo. There's never been a flood here. This part is on high ground, and they say there's no obvious water source, although we did have heavy rain this week. Rising water on the anniversary of the Titanic sinking in the Titanic exhibit feels like more than a colossal coincidence.
This building in particular, it's weird because before it was the Titanic Museum, it was a fire station, and it burnt down. Now it's the Titanic Museum, and we took in water twice. This building has been here for 40 years. I mean, when I was a kid is when this building was built. We've never had any water issues. There's never been a drop of water in this building, and now all of a sudden we turned it into the Titanic Museum, and we get water twice.
Well, you know what else? There have been numerous sightings and experiences of what they think is paranormal activity here at
Told
the
you.
Volo Museum, which is now 66 years old. People have talked about apparitions and moving objects. This flooding and taking on of water in this building is new to that collection of haunted tales.
All right, y'all. I got the question to ask you now. How many people would work there for the right type of pay? If they was paying like let's say 35, no, let's say $40 an hour. How many people will work there? Give me a thumbs up for $40 an hour and let me know why you'd work there for $40 an hour. If you wouldn't work there for $40 an hour, thumbs down and tell me why. $40. I mean, that's a real good salary right there, right? You know, that's a really good salary right there. $40 an hour. I'd work there cheaper than that. Okay, okay. I'm trying to make sure you guys get some a little bit of spread on top of that. Make sure, okay, so nobody's scared here. Okay, everybody's saying yes. Joyce said they'll do it. I'm waiting for Liberty. You know, I'm really waiting for Liberty. What flavor? Okay, let me see what you got to say about it. Liberty. Batty Lynn would work there for $40 an hour, even though it's probably got the all of that other stuff going on. Ad Rain says triple yes. Cause I ain't afraid of no ghosts. I like that, Ad Rains. I love that. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. What you got, Desorian guy says hi. What else? That was my movie back in the day, right? Oh, the Titanic. Okay, I'd work there for sure. The history is amazing. Winter Rider said that sounds pretty interesting. Absolutely, I'm in. Okay, so nobody over there. Oh, you guys ain't no punks. Just like Ad Rain said, I ain't afraid of no ghosts. I like that one, Ad Rain. That was a perfect drop right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Me and you was like Jordan and Scotty on that one. You know what I'm saying? I threw you the ball. Boom, you dunked it that time. I like that. That was a good one. But we got to keep on going forward. But I'm gonna tell you the truth. Did you guys see that water spreading out from the bottom of only that car first though? Yeah, that was something crazy. That was really crazy right there. They said that they've placed the last panel in the Texas border wall, the construction that's near completion. Check this out, you guys.
Welcome to Texas Border Watch, your eyes on the front line for all things border security, immigration.
Doom, 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 doom. Don't try to cross that. Doom, 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 doom. Ice, ice, baby. Get them. Don't try to cross it because they just put the last plank in.
And local policy. I'm Jordan Elder. This week, Texas DPS gave an update on what they're seeing at the southern border, specifically in Texas. That includes about 80 to 100 arrests per week, which totals to about 300 to 400 per month. And these are people that are crossing the border and not going specifically to ports of entry. They're going in between, which is not the legal way to do it. This is down considerably from what DPS has seen in recent years. But they recently told their public safety commission that just because that aspect of their work is slowing down, it does not mean that things are slowing down overall. They actually told the commission they're seeing some of the largest drug seizures out on the roads that the agency has ever seen.
Wow.
So now they're putting a lot of focus on that and having troopers out on the highways, pulling cars over, checking for drugs, and then making those arrests. So again,
just in case you guys are interested in where it's coming at right now, where it's coming in at, because you know they're scared to go in that water. Trump even said it. He said the 3% that's out there, they must be crazy. He said, because you know what's happening to those people that are in the water.
Things not fully slowing down for them, but the trends are definitely changing. Do you remember that massive airspace closure over El Paso a few months ago that we later learned was caused by a government laser being used to shoot down drones? Well, the FAA and the Pentagon have now come to an agreement about that laser technology, and they have some more information on the impact that it will have on not only border communities, but around military bases as well. So let's kind of zero in on that laser.
So now if you got some drones that you're trying to fly over to do something, they got protection like that on the wall as well. Let's get on down here to see the last.
For just a second.
Wait.
So
see the last
wall that is all
the last bits and pieces going up.
Kind of handled by the Texas Facilities Commission. The price tag on all of this wall was about $3 billion for Texas. And the agency says they've built about 82 miles of wall along the border since 2021. So here's a piece of the meeting where they announced that this is almost complete.
We are right at the end of this journey, and it continues to shut down in an extremely organized fashion. Just a little over 4 years ago, we placed the first panel on the border. And just this week, in fact, I got the call about an hour before I came in here. We've placed the last panel. So we are now at 82.2 miles of panels, wall placed. We're only working at really 2 sites right now, and one of those is the prime site, finishing up some bridge work. It's going to take another probably 4 to 6 weeks to finish 2 or 3 bridges that we have down in Zapata County, and then we'll be done. So
that's it, you guys. They finished out there in Texas. They got a little bit more time, like maybe 2 more weeks, and they are fully proofed. That's right, you guys. Don't try to get over though. Don't try to go through there no more. They got the walls up and they reinforced, and they also got the pew, 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 pew on top of it. So I wouldn't advise nobody going over there and sending no drones either. Yes, we're now secured, you guys. Let's go on over to Vermont. Man, listen, I thought it was yesterday. I had a little bit of big drip. So I was watching this video. I was like, oh my, because I'm scared of heights. But I kind of found it funny, but I didn't find it funny because it was kind of scary at the same time. We had a situation in Vermont yesterday where we got a skydiver crash land into a scoreboard before kickoff at the game. Now imagine you out there, your boy got the flag and he's jumping out the plane. He got the flag connected to his leg and the flag is looking prominent. You trying to do the same thing, but your flag won't open and it's all hooked up on your leg. And yeah, man, next thing you know, right into the scoreboard. Splack how. I hope they was able to go up there and get him. I mean, this is pretty crazy right here, you guys. Check this out right here. And this must be a real daredevil because I don't play with the sky. I'm too scared of heights. Now, as you guys can see, they coming in with the flag so they can represent. You know, they got the flag connected to their leg and all that. You know what I'm saying? Then you got this one with the American flag. He coming in with the American flag, you know? Only problem is this. Yeah, they're right on the cue. This is how legends are made. And now he's stuck on top of that C up there. Now who gonna go up there and get him and how? How they gonna get him from up there? Yeah, they had to go get the cherry picker. I don't know, man. He's so lucky he got caught right there. It could have been worse. Had to stop the game to get him from up there. The boy was coming in hot and heavy. Good boy. Only heights I'm rocking with is Washington Heights, Brooklyn Heights, Borough Heights. I ain't messing with no heights. I'm good, thank you. I won't be signing up for that jumping out of plane. No, thank you, because stuff like that can happen. No, I'm good. Let's keep on moving forward. And you know what, Lord? Thank you so much for saving him. And maybe he sees that as a sign to probably not do nothing like that anymore and probably be flying next to no scoreboard with a flag tied to his leg. I don't know what they were thinking about. I think just the flying, just having the just jumping out of the plane, you know, with the backpack on is enough. What you got to put something on your leg for? Amen. He's so lucky he did that. Lucky it didn't get worse. And he hit and slid down and it could have got worse. Let's keep on moving over to we're going to Lee County right now. We got a former officer amongst 10 arrested in a what? In a brothel operation. Homeboy was getting his swerve. He was getting his swerve on y'all, or he was either setting something up. Yeah. Come on, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I can't say the words. I'm gonna let them say it. Come on now, let's go. But when they caught the officer, that's when they really knew that they was on to something. Check this out over in Lee County.
Continuing coverage now, after law enforcement says they arrested 10 people connected to a large prostitution ring. Now, it's part of a 2-year investigation uncovering brothels hidden inside homes in Southwest Florida businesses. They're facing a long list of charges from racketeering and money laundering to running prostitution operations. Investigators say they were advertising sexual services online and operating brothels out of storefronts. Tonight, we're learning more about one of the suspects. News reporter Haley Jacobs joins us live in studio now. Haley, what do we know? Gracie, court records show one of the people charged in this case is also a former police officer and has a criminal past.
Both hands out the window, do not move.
This body camera video from Lee County Sheriff's Office shows one of several arrests connected to Operation Red Light.
These illegal businesses were committing multiple crimes near ordinary businesses.
One of the 10 people arrested is 53-year-old James Joseph O'Brien. He was arrested by Sarasota police on Thursday. And it's not his first brush with the law. Court records show he previously pled guilty in a federal mortgage fraud case in 2010. Transcripts show he was a police officer at the time of his arrest. He got probation and was ordered to pay back nearly $500,000. These new charges out of Lee County
Good morning, everybody. Good
conspiracy
morning.
to commit
Thank you so
racketeering
much,
related
Derek.
to prostitution and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. His arrest records list a Cape Coral address. When we went there, it led us to a boating business. I called, but the business was closed. Investigators say this case is part of a larger operation. 8 search warrants were carried out across Cape Coral and Fort Myers, between 4 businesses and 4 residential homes.
There are people, raising their children in houses right next door where this type of activity is happening.
I attempted to reach O'Brien tonight for comment, but he remains in jail held without bond. Back to you. All right, thanks so much, Haley. Well, a 3-car crash sends
Gotta keep on moving forward.
continuing
guys.
coverage
Let's go,
now.
let's go. What we got coming up for you guys right there? Hey, some people don't mind those kind of places, but you know what? When it's around the children, come on, y'all know y'all dead wrong for that. They know that they dead wrong for that. Take that stuff somewhere else, man. Come on now. Let's keep on moving forward. We got to get on to Oklahoma. We got a couple. Woo, this couple right here. I'm talking about seconds away from a tornado. All you see is the house shaking like this. They grab their animals and they literally go right inside of the safe space, the storm shelter. And I'm talking about, man, if you guys ever if you live in a place that you need to have a storm shelter, I tell you right now, this is right here is the proof that they save lives. I don't know how fast this wind was going, but they said that the house almost lifted up, and that storm cellar really saved this family and the animals. That's right, you guys. Let's get on over to Oklahoma. We got a couple and their pets that sheltered seconds before a possible tornado, and you're gonna see the whole house shake. Like, oh man. They couldn't be in the house when that was going on. Check this out right here, y'all. It looked like a regular day, nothing going on, right? But you know what happens when y'all get those, when they start giving those sounds in the air, you know to get to the shelter immediately. And they got one. Check this out. Got the corgis, you know what I'm saying? Taking the corgis down there. He got his dog, you know what I'm saying? Sherry and Dwayne Short, that's their name. Sherry and Dwayne Short. It's already starting. The camera's on the house. Telling you guys, y'all live out there in, what's those, like Kansas and places like that. You guys, Oklahoma, you guys, I know everybody know better than me. I don't even got to tell you. See that? I'm talking about just the noise alone, you can tell. Somebody left the poor dog on the other side. I saw the dog run over there. Another dog. Whoa. Whoa. And I guess the camera couldn't handle it no more because they said the house lifted up. Boom. The whole house was shaking. That was crazy right there. Woo. I'm glad I don't got to deal with nothing like that. Let's pray for everybody got to deal with those tornadoes and those twisters out in Oklahoma. Want to send you guys love and prayers, and I hope nobody was hurt in this situation right here. Lord, thank you, and keep on looking over the people out there. Amen. Be careful with them tornadoes, you guys. And I'm sure, like I said, I don't even got to tell you. I'm sure you guys already got them storm shelters down there. I'm sure you already know. See, and you see that little dog run around? That was crazy. That was ridiculous. That was like this. That was ridiculous right there. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because now. I don't know if you know, but what today is, it's time to put it up in the air like this. I'm gonna start it all over again. We're coming in the party with the spliffers and Z. That's the only place that I really wanna be. Yes, it's 420. Yes, it's 420. For all the non-lifters out there, you guys probably don't know what I'm talking about. For the people that actually do get lifted on 420, have a good one, you guys. Enjoy yourself. Just don't burn too much just because it's 420. And yes, you guys, y'all know what 420 means. Check this out. We got a situation coming up on this board right here where we got these guys that work at a 420 shop. When I show the shop, then they're gonna know what I'm talking about. We got some ex-employees that are suing after the Boston's first recreational cannabis shop closes. They want their back pay. I guess they said that we ain't got your money because all of the money's caught up. You see that they shut down the shop. So once the money gets freed up, then we're gonna pay you. So these ex-cannabis shop workers, they're pretty peed off right now. They want to get their back pay. They're like, yo, we ain't working there no more. We want 5 on it. They want their dough.
Cannabis shop unexpectedly closed its doors last week, and tonight it is facing a lawsuit for wage theft from former employees. Our NBC 10's Jericho Tran is speaking with legal representation for one of those employees, and she's joining us from Dorchester with what they had to say.
Well, the closing of Pure Oasis came as a shock to employees. I spoke with an attorney who says his client was not given her last paycheck, nor was she compensated for her remaining vacation time. And she's not the only employee, so they want answers and they want their money.
Like, look here, man. I done did what I had to do. I done did my hours. I done seen all this money coming up and out of here. I'm gonna need my bread. What's going on with my money?
First, Pure Oasis now closed after notifying employees about their final day.
She was terminated without any notice, just by email.
Joshua Gardner represents one of the employees at the Pure Oasis dispensaries who filed a class action lawsuit against the company in Suffolk Superior Court, seeking damages for wage theft. The employee says she was not paid her over $1,000 paycheck or compensated for her over 23 hours of vacation time.
Massachusetts law requires that on the date of termination, all employees are paid for all work performed up to that point and accrued vacation days.
Employees received this email from the dispensary owners Kobe Evans and Kevin Hart, saying in part, "We understand that under Massachusetts law, all final wages, including accrued vacation, are due at separation. Because our accounts are currently frozen, we do not have immediate access to funds to process payroll. Please know this is our top priority. We are actively working to have funds released and will update you as soon as we are able to issue payment."
They sent an email to folks essentially conceding that they had violated Massachusetts law.
The closure comes as the cannabis industry is struggling here in our state. State data shows that cannabis businesses requested more than $25 million in funding from the Cannabis Control Commission. But the commission...
Okay, you guys, I gotta be careful showing certain, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all see what's going on out there, and hopefully you guys, hopefully you didn't work there and they owe you any bread, because if they owe you money, I feel for you. I think you ain't getting it. I don't think you're getting that though. I'm sorry, you guys, because you heard what they said. You see, what happened is I have my money in my checking and I gotta send it over to my savings. That's what that response kind of sounded like to me. You know, you're supposed to have people checks ready at the end when y'all get shut down. But you know, when you get shut down like that, I can't really call it. It's a pretty shifty, pretty sticky situation right there. Get it, you guys? Sticky. pretty sticky situation. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Yes, today is 420, and for all of you puff, the magic dragon live by the sea. For all of you guys, have a good one. Enjoy your day. Now we got to keep on moving forward because now we got to get on over to the Houston Police Department because now, oh man, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. Not the lieutenant. We can't trust nobody. We got the teachers, the people, the preachers, and we got the doctors, and we got the daycare. Now we got the Houston Police Department lieutenant who's been arrested for soliciting a minor. Come on, y'all. Houston Police Department. Let's get on over here and see what's going on with this one. This one is crazy here.
And new for you here tonight, we have new video of a longtime Houston police lieutenant who traded in his uniform for an orange jumpsuit here tonight. He has been arrested and relieved of duty for sending sexually explicit images to an undercover detective who was posing as a teenage girl online.
Got him.
Authorities say he was taken to jail in his own handcuffs.
Wow.
Fox 26's Jillian Hartman has the latest.
They took him to jail in his own handcuffs.
Well, we learned 50-year-old Lieutenant Quoc Viet No was arrested Friday by Houston police and the Harris County Precinct 1 Constable's office as he drove to the home of a person he thought was a 15-year-old girl to engage in sexual activity with her. Authorities say he was off duty in an unmarked city vehicle at the time. HPD was notified of an investigation involving one of their employees by Precinct 1's Internet Crimes Against Children unit. Constable Al Rosen said this case started about a week and a half ago, and they worked in coordination with HPD.
It's just a sad day because this guy's was in our profession, and anytime an officer does something wrong, something as serious as this is just bad.
Houston police released a statement saying in part, our department assisted with the investigation and arrest of Lieutenant No. He was arrested for online solicitation of a minor and has been relieved of duty. Police say No was sworn in as an officer in 2003 and was assigned to the Airport Hobby Division. Constable Rosen has this warning for families and a message to predators.
You need to have those conversations with your children about the dangers and perils of being online. You got to make sure that you know who they're talking to, because.
And if you want to use this story, please feel free. Sometimes you need a story like this to show them that it's not me, son. It's not me, daughter. I just got to let you guys see what's happening. It's the police out there. I got to make sure you guys understand why I always tell you to text me. Why I always tell you to call me when you get somewhere. I care about you. I'm not trying to bother you. And then maybe they'll say, okay, I get it now. Sometimes you got to show them what's going on because it's really what's happening in the world if you want to protect them.
I mean, this guy's a 50-year-old male. Predators, our message to you is you could be talking to law enforcement. And so I don't ever want you to feel comfortable. You better not feel comfortable. Our job is to make sure that we work these cases up, and we do exactly what we did this morning, and that is arrest you for doing this kind of activity.
Now, the charge in this case is a second-degree felony offense, which is punishment anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison.
You got to get those likes up, you guys, because more people need to see stories like this. We really need to get them up. I don't know how many people are here, but I know there's definitely enough. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? If you've been here that long, my mother always said, well, if you've been here that long, you must like it. So if you like it, go ahead and double tap the screen and get those likes up. Also, it's free to subscribe. That's right. Hit that subscription bell right there. We're working on getting up to 80,000 subscribers. And then we're going to go on and on and on. That's right. You guys can go on and on and on because we focused over here. We do this every single day. Last thing I'm going to tell you is this. Hit the notification bell down there also. That's to let you know when we're on. Yes, you guys, we had a little bit of glitches, so you may have to turn it back off and turn it back on. But guess what? It'll start kicking in because we're putting in that work no matter what. It's going to be an uphill situation, but we're looking up at the top of the peak over here, and we're not doing nothing but striving for success. 80,000 subscribers. You guys know that we're the #1 show on YouTube. That's right. Our bottom line. Ain't nobody rocking with us. It's me, your boy Boogotti NYC, and the #1 chat, co-host, and family members. You guys right there. Couldn't do it without you. And yeah, We got to keep it moving forward because we got a lot more to get into with the same topic, you guys. This time, sadly, it's in Orlando. And I want more people to see stories like this. Why? Because it's happening. And if you need to use these videos, please use them.
I'm Jillian Hartman, Fox 26 News.
Thank you, Shalene. Now let's get on to this other story in Orlando that's not even, oh man, it's probably even worse than that one. Let's go. Let's see what's going on with this right here. In a drawing, if it wasn't for a drawing that a child had, they would have not known what was going on. A child's drawing helped to expose the same sort of abuse. Be careful who you leave your kids with, even the babysitters, you guys, a lot of them. I'm telling you, trust me, watch this. Let's go.
Oh, wow. I love it. I'm going to put it in my car.
Also breaking at 5, a deputy taken aback by a little girl's drawing. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, and this is evidence right here.
The 6-year-old girl gave it to the deputy who interviewed her at school after the sheriff's office says she was beaten and left bruised by her parents. The picture shows the little girl with the deputy. Fox City 5's Marie Ettinger joins us live tonight from Volusia County. So, Marie, both parents are now locked up, and we actually, just within the last hour, got their arrest paperwork.
Yeah, Manny, that report details not just one allegation. It says that this was an ongoing history of abuse with the little girl repeatedly not being fed, not showering, not brushing her teeth. Now, that picture that the deputy had drawn by the little girl is going to be something she keeps. It's the type of thing a deputy says is what puts them in the job and reminds them of how important their work is. The Volusia County Sheriff's Office says a 6-year-old girl showed up to Enterprise Elementary with bruises on her face and all over her body.
That's called child abuse. So you're going to jail for a felony.
Deputies say the little girl told them Jeffrey Morales hit her 17 times on the face, then spanked her for, quote, being bad, and told her to say she'd fallen. He's charged with child abuse. The Sheriff's Office says the little girl's mother, Melissa Husk, told them her daughter had an explosive episode and that the injuries happened while Morales was holding her down. They didn't believe her. She's now charged with child neglect because investigators say she tried to hide the incident by keeping the little girl out of school so her bruises would have time to fade before anyone saw her.
You're her mom and you're supposed to protect her and you failed. It kind of hurts seeing that stuff.
Allison Small is a close family friend. She babysits the little girl often.
She's a sweet one, what she wants to be. She likes to be over dramatic at times. She likes to draw on the walls and be a little troublemaker.
As for the arrest, she says she was taken aback, completely shocked.
The dad he's not the best, I will admit. But he tries. He tries his best.
What?
In the video the sheriff's office posted, Morales doesn't ever ask what will happen to the little girl, but he does ask about his car. Deputies tell him it'll be towed.
Are you serious? We can't afford that. I can't believe this is happening.
Hey, watch your mouth. We're in a school. I know you don't know how to treat kids.
Small still thinks the sheriff's office might not have things quite right.
I would say it's more likely an accident that it happened. They probably just freaked out and was...
What? Do you have children? Because we need to look into you. You seem like a real true son to them.
Trying to control it, but it just tumbled and became a rolling stone and just got out of control.
The family friend I talked with said the little girl does have a grandfather in town she's able to stay with. Live in Volusia County, Marie Ettinger, Fox 35 News.
Oh, like, what sort of explanation was she trying to give there for that, what they did to that little girl? Oh man, I'm so glad that they took that little girl from the family because the village did not help her either. Talking about she's a little troublemaker and the father only probably, just got aggravated. Well, we glad that he got away, the baby got away from him, and we want to thank God that the baby's still alive, and we want to hope that full charges are pressed so he can worry about more than his car, where he going. He need to get what he deserves. Want to pray for her to get a full recovery when it comes down to that child, and for all children who have been victims of things like this. We want to pray for you guys that you get through your situations and get your mental strengthening back and start to get your lives back in order. We pray for you now and thank you. Amen. Oh man, that just didn't even make no sense right there. That made no sense, you guys. That made no sense at all. We got to keep on moving forward over to the Homestead because this parking lot, this woman, she got. That's right, you guys. You know it was coming. Watch your head. She got locked up just like they did, and she deserved it for a double powing. Yeah, come on, y'all. It's hot. It was hot. This week, it's been going down. And you know what's funny about it? I noticed that it ain't too many brothers. Ain't too many brothers. I guess we're balancing it out now. So it's not just only one race anymore, huh, guys? It's a whole gambit of people happening over here since the way that we cover the news now. Everybody getting a little bit of action. Let's keep on moving forward now. We got this other lady right here who did the pow in the parking lot in Miami. Never fails in Miami. There you go.
Now to a story you will only see on CBS News Miami. A woman is behind bars after Homestead police say she shot 2 people last night at a shopping plaza. Thanks for joining us. I'm Chelsea Jones.
Miss Sarah Connor out here.
Officials say the shots rang out in the area of Northeast 10th Court near the Florida Turnpike. CBS News Miami's Nakai Carrero is your reporter in Homestead at the scene with what she's learned from witnesses.
Well, Chelsea, Homestead police say 34-year-old Stephanie Morales shot 2 people in this busy parking lot. I spoke with a witness who did not want to go on camera, but did tell me one of the people shot was a woman. Now, police say this shooting took place last night, right before 9:30. They received a call that 2 people had been shot in the parking lot of the Homestead Pavilion Shopping Center. The witness who did not want to go on camera told me it happened in the parking lot right in front of the restaurants Dr. Limon and Chipotle. Homestead police say the shooter, Samantha Morales, was arrested on the scene. And that witness also told me she was arrested so quickly because officers were already parked here in this parking lot at this shopping plaza. Now, both victims were taken to Jackson South and are stable. Morales faces several charges. She was booked this morning. One of those charges is aggravated battery with a firearm. Reporting live from Homestead, Nakai Carrero, CBS News, Miami.
Now I couldn't tell if she was Hispanic because normally they get you with the slipper. You know what I'm saying? They get you with the shoe. What? They can tear you up with the shoe, but you don't want that same fiery sort of woman getting no pow. Bro. You see what she did? Pow. Probably told people to dance out there. Nah, you don't want no woman like that getting no pow. She's already dangerous with a slipper. I'm hoping that everybody that got pow is okay and they get over this situation out here. And be careful who you're messing with out there at the party, especially when they get a little bit of sauce in them. What I've learned about the sauce is you don't meet the same person that you had before after they hit the sauce. A lot of people cannot handle their alcohol. Trust me. And D-rugs on top of it make it even worse. Want to pray for everybody that was hurt in this one. Hopefully they pull through. Amen. Let's get on over to Hawaii. I remember when I went to Hawaii one time, man, I think that's when I used to eat meat. Do you know how much I paid for a Whopper in Hawaii? I spent at least about, I think it was $15 for a Whopper back then. I was like, why is it so expensive? Well, we don't have cows here. I'm like, yeah, you know what? That makes sense. And then next thing you know, all the other stuff is cheaper. Shellfish, fish is cheaper, lobster and all of that. Makes sense because it's on the land, right? But all the other stuff, gotta fly it in. Makes more sense, you guys. So yeah, be careful out there because a Whopper, there's probably a full tank of gas right there right about now. Let's get on over to Hawaii because now we got this tourist that's been charged with an attempted murder, assault. I don't know why he got it. The captain of the boat. Oh man, let me tell you something. When you go on vacation, don't come back on probation. Chill out. You're supposed to go out there to relax. I don't understand what's going on with these people. This fool over here, I don't know why he did this. We got this tourist now that's being charged with attempted murder. Let's go.
And first at 4:30, a 21-year-old visitor has been charged with attempted murder and assault after a stabbing incident on a boat tour off of the Kona coast. Annalisa Burgos joins us with the details. Annalisa.
Yeah, Mark, Hawaii Island police say they arrested Avery Nissen of Overland Park, Kansas, after he allegedly stabbed a local boat captain on Thursday afternoon. Now, we're told Nissen was part of a snorkel tour on a catamaran owned by Hawaii Nautical. Police and an ambulance responded to 911 calls around 3:30 p.m. as the boat was returning to Honokohau Harbor.
How you gonna poke up the skipper? Like, how you gonna poke the skipper? The captain, for real?
This is going to be one of the hospital boat harbor, the South End. White catamaran boat with possibly 2 patients with injuries, one bleeding from hand, another from the lower abdomen. They're in a 50-foot sailing white catamaran reporting a stabbing, and they're coming into the harbor.
The captain was identified as 62-year-old Stanley Lerbiecki. He sustained a stab wound in his lower abdomen and numerous knife cuts to his head and hands. Police say the suspect attacked Lerbiecki with a fillet knife, and other passengers intervened. Lerbiecki is in stable condition at Kona Community Hospital.
Stan is he's stable. He's recovering, and he's a real hero and fighter. So I'm just incredibly grateful that our team is safe and that the situation ended the way it did. I've never heard of anything like this happening in this industry before, and just really grateful to all of our team for the way that they reacted, the professionalism that was demonstrated.
And the motive for the attack is unknown. If you have any information on this incident, you're asked to call Hawaii County Police. Nissen's bail was set at $1.57 million. His initial court appearance is scheduled for Monday. Annalisa Burgos, Hawaii News Now.
And I will keep you guys up on that because he goes to court just like me today. He's going today. They're going to let him know what's going on with that situation, you guys. If you appreciate the content that you're getting, because we go all over the world. You see, we go to Hawaii, wherever it happens, we go there, you guys. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. But at the same time, we're going to have to pray for the captain, the skipper. We can't forget about the skipper now and everybody else that got hurt on this boat tour, making sure that they get full recovery. I want to pray for the families to be nice and healthy and for no more tragedies or anything like this to ever happen. We pray and ask the Lord today. Amen. And someone is very smart. They said that falls up under maritime law. Let me ask you a question. Where's the maritime court at? They got it out in the water somewhere? Nah, I don't know. They probably definitely got it somewhere, but that's a good question. When it comes down to maritime court, where do you go for that? Who's the judges and what's the maritime law, the difference in that, especially if it happened at sea? That's a good question. I'm glad somebody said that because I've never thought about it. And this is the first time that incident like that ever came up where I would have to think about maritime law. It's a good one. I like that. Made my brain tingle. Thanks for sharpening me up this morning. I need it because we're going to get out here and go win this other case today. Let's keep on moving forward now. Let's get on over to Sarasota. And ain't you guys happy to be alive? How about that? Give God the grace right now just for being alive, just for being up, just for being here to be with each other. It's fantastic. I know we playing all of these stories and stuff, but on top of that, we're here together, and nobody can beat that. Let's keep on moving forward to Sarasota. We got this woman who survives a rollover crash involving a gator. Ooh, and when I tell you, it looked like her car just went like this and stayed there. Yep, because the whole left side looked like it's doing this. I don't know if it looked like it got hit and crashed in, but the front of it on the right-hand side, imagine you crash into a huge alligator and the whole left side of your car takes the impact. Next thing you know, she's flipping like, I'll tumble for you. I'll tumble for you. And she wound up in a ditch. Luckily, 2 people came over there and saved her. Y'all be careful out there, because you know what the alligators do? They go out on the asphalt when it's warm, and they like to sunbathe. And they don't know anything about cars. All they know is that the ground is warm. Be careful out there, you guys, especially all you guys in Miami, all of those warm states and stuff like that, and cities where there's alligators. Be careful.
County woman is now home after a rollover accident put her in the hospital for several days.
She's healing, but she says she will never forget the crash and its cause, which was a huge alligator.
Did you see the car? I mean, the SUV. It don't even look like nobody could have ever been in there. I'm talking about, I have never seen something get bent up like that. It looked like a soda can.
Denise Fernandez joins us live in the newsroom with the story. Denise.
Yeah, Nicole Calvin, a shocking story. That crash happening before sunrise on Easter Sunday. And Maslin Kurtz says she thought she blew a tire with the way her car just flew off the road. Maslin Kurtz says her car rolled over several times before crashing into a pole. Photos show the damage to her Toyota 4Runner.
I thought I hit something and blew a tire.
No, 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 no. And we glad that you okay. But we need to go back and see this one runner now. Because this ain't no 4Runner no more. This is a one runner. One wheel, one sided, one angle. This joint just doing like this. You know what I'm saying? Lean on me. If I was a car, I'd be moving like this. Look at this car. Like, look at this truck, y'all. Look at this. And she got out of this. She made it out alive. Look at this. Half a car, one light missing. Oh, man.
Kurtz says her car rolled over several times before crashing into a pole. Photos show the damage to her Toyota 4Runner.
I thought I hit something and blew a tire just because it ripped my car like off of the road.
The 25-year-old hit a nearly 9-foot gator that was on the road before sunrise on Easter morning. It happened in a rural part of Sarasota County on Fruitvale Road near Cowpen Lane.
I was just praying that somebody would see me, and obviously I saw lights go by, and so I thought I was like behind a bush or something. Like I didn't know where I had ended up.
She says a couple came to her rescue, calling 911, and remembers them helping her out of her SUV before she became trapped.
My question still is, how did they get her out? Where was she, in the back when they came up on her?
Just remember being like stuck in my car, like I was crushed between the roof and the steering wheel. Just kind of stuck there, not sure what happened.
Kurtz spent 4 days in the hospital at Sarasota Memorial, including 2 days in the ICU.
I have a few fractures on my spine. My sternum is fractured, and then my left scapula, so like the shoulder blade.
She says she feels fortunate she survived such a traumatic crash. Her home is now decorated with balloons and cards.
This is a sweet little gator that the couple who pulled me out of the car actually brought me. They came to visit me a few days after I got out of the hospital, so I thought that was really sweet. It was very emotional.
She has to wear a brace for 4 to 6 weeks, followed by physical therapy, but she's expected to make a full recovery.
And I'm just grateful that I'm here, and I give all the glory to God.
Kurtz said the alligator did not survive, and deputies helped remove the gator from the roadway. A GoFundMe has also been set up to help her pay with her medical bills.
What about the GoFundMe for the gator? I'm just kidding, you guys. I'm just sorry. I ain't mean that. Because a lot of people in the comments were concerned about the gator. So yeah, you guys, you heard what happened to the gator. Did not survive the impact. We want to pray and thank God that she was able to get out of there in one piece. We want to thank the people that came over that helped her out and got her out of there. And we want to pray for the gator, because that gator didn't know what it was doing. It was just out there sunny. Hopefully she has a 100% full recovery. And I don't know if you were speeding, love, but if you were, you may want to slow down. Amen. You guys, every time it's new, it's always here. It's our bottom line. No political affiliation, just like our Liberty just said. No, I'm not a Republican. No, I'm not a Democrat. No, I'm not a conservative. And no, I am not a liberal. No, I am not. I'm a human being just like you, who made this channel because other people wasn't letting me say what I wanted to say. Every time you say something, they want to suppress you and say no. I said, you know what? Let's make our own channel and let everybody be able to say what they want to say, as long as they're not disrespectful, as long as they're able to keep a sentence together, and as long as they're being cool. That's all I care about over here. As long as you're not talking disrespectful, because you know what? After that, that means we can have a conversation. We can argue with each other and possibly come up with solutions. Nice debates, come up with real solutions, like human beings, not people that are part of a party. Because parties are not parties are not the main thing. Humanity is. That's what I'm trying to say. You can be part of a party, but you're a human being first. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to keep on moving forward, because now we got to go on over to a rather grim story. We've been following it, and every time I get to it, I push it down. It's like looking at the Crypt Keeper or something. You remember this story too. This guy in Pennsylvania, he's been accused of robbing, Graves. I don't know what's going on with this dude. He's been going into all sorts of mausoleums, egging people up. Guess what, you guys? I know you remember we cracked this story. they found more places that he possibly went into and stole from. And not like this guy was stealing parts of Audis that they found in his home. You guys remember this. I'm not saying certain words because you know why? I'm gonna let them say it. Check this out. We're gonna get back over to Pennsylvania and do one of our follow-up stories.
The man accused of robbing graves from a historic cemetery now stands accused of pulling off the same crime in at least 2 other cemeteries. I'm Yuki Washington.
And I'm Natasha Brown. Jonathan Gerlach already faced some very serious charges in Delco, and now he's facing new charges, accused of stealing bodies from cemeteries in Lancaster and Scranton area. Joe Holden has been following the.
He looked like one of them crazy dudes with a tattoo on his neck with a nose ring.
This story since it broke, and he's live now in media with this new information for us, Joe.
Well, Natasha and Yuki, this is the first time that we've seen Jonathan Gerlach. He was wearing a neon green prison jumpsuit. His long hair was in a bun. He had shackles and glasses on. He didn't say much during this very brief hearing. Prosecutors now tying him to the burglaries of graves in Luzerne and Lancaster counties. Our sources tonight telling us they are all working towards a plea agreement. Judy Pritchard was back in court getting a look at the man prosecutors say broke into 100-year-old graves, stealing skulls, bones, and entire corpses, allegedly hoarding them at his Ephrata home.
I think the man needs help. I mean, they added 2 more counties today. The charges are like this long.
They added 2 more counties. He's been doing this for a long time.
Jonathan Gerlach's now charged with breaking into graves in Plains Township, Luzerne County, and Lancaster County.
When you die and you're buried, you should be left alone.
Judy's great-great-grandfather's mausoleum at Mount Moriah Cemetery in Yeadon was targeted. His remains stolen, according to police. But investigators say Gerlach couldn't access all of the coffins in the family's final resting place.
Because they had additional locks on the coffin. Help me, you have to lock your coffin so somebody won't open it. And they weren't successful in getting in there.
Gerlach's public defender declined comment after Friday's hearing. Gerlach's own social media provides hints for motive. Law enforcement sources say the man was in the business of selling bones. At the time of his arrest in January, police said he had the remains of 2 children in a burlap sack. Pennsylvania lawmakers have proposed making the sale of stolen remains a more serious felony-level offense.
I just think laws need to change, and if we just sweep it under the rug, it's going to happen again in 5 years or 6 years or after I'm gone, and somebody's going to say, why didn't you do something?
Well, sadly enough, families tell me they're now coming to terms with the fact that their loved ones may never be back in the graves where they're supposed to be because of the level and amount of resources and work it would take to make proper identifications. Gerlach is due back in court for a formal arraignment on June 3rd. He remains in prison, unable to make bail since his arrest back in January. Live at the Delaware County Courthouse, Joe Holden, CBS News, Philadelphia.
All right, Joe, thank you very much. Of course, we're going to keep following this case and the.
I don't want to, but we are too. Oh my, I don't want to follow that no more. I can't be over already. Oh, you know, a little kid be like, I don't want to follow that no more. Oh man, that's disgusting. We want to pray for the souls and all of the people affected by this, all the families, the decrepit and all that nasty stuff and all that. Oh God, amen. Please. Oh, I can't do it. Sorry, I apologize. Some stuff I just can't do. I'm not with it. Who wakes up and decides they just need to buy a FEMA? Who is he selling those to? Now he got to leave the 200 likes, you guys. Come on now, we got to get those likes up. If you guys have not already subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? And the reason we ask for the likes, why? Let me tell you what happens. When you like the screen and double tap that screen, YouTube actually gets a signal. Send that signal up and more people see that. They see the header. They're like, must be something going on over there. They hit the button and they get a chance to see our show. And we got some phenomenal things coming up, especially when it comes down to health and wellness. Going to be a good one today, you guys. We got a good one for you today. You're going to love it. Let's get on over to Los Angeles. We got a man who was sentenced to 28 years to life in prison for pow-powing at Fresno police. That's right, you guys. He didn't even, I think he grazed one, missed one, but yeah, they're locking him up. I don't even, I'm not even angry at this because even if he missed, that's something that's very dangerous. You can't be playing around with people powering yeah, like that. Yeah.
Nelson learned his fate in court today after shooting at 2 Fresno police officers last year and nearly hitting one of them in the head. Thanks for joining us tonight for Live at 6. I'm Warren Armstrong.
And good evening, I'm Margaret Kim. We're live on ABC 30, Hulu Live, and wherever you stream. Action News anchor Eliza Navarro details the final testimonies in court this afternoon.
Bradley Nicholson is facing a lengthy prison sentence and does have the possibility of parole, despite the prosecutor saying in court that Nicholson's actions could have taken the life of a police officer.
Probation is denied, and as to count 1, the defendant is committed to the custody of the California Department of Corrections Rehabilitation.
41-year-old Bradley Nicholson was sentenced to 28 years to life behind bars on Thursday afternoon inside this Fresno County courtroom. It was a stipulated agreement where Nicholson pled no contest. His charges are attempted murder of a police officer and assault on a peace officer after firing his weapon at 2 Fresno police officers on December 7th of 2025. Officers say they approached Nicholson in an alley near West and Clinton Avenues because he was acting suspicious. That interaction escalated quickly and was recorded on body camera video that was released in February of this year.
Jason, I'm gonna dump you, bro.
In the video, you hear Nicholson say, "Let me go," multiple times to officers during a struggle before firing his gun at police. The officers fired back before Nicholson barricaded himself in a nearby carport and eventually surrendered after suffering a bullet graze wound to his cheek. The officers were not hurt, but one of the bullets...
You see that? That's why he got charged with that 28 years. See what he did? That could have been that officer's last day there. You see that right there? That's why I wanted to freeze it. And that's why he got that time right there.
Went through the top of an officer's ball cap.
This is obviously an extremely serious case. Officer Boyer and Officer Shales were just going to work and doing their job like any other person trying to complete their job that day. Officer Boyer literally came within inches of losing his life.
To watch the body cam video released by Fresno Police, that link is on our website, abc30.com. In downtown Fresno, Eliza Navarro, ABC 30 Action News.
That was real stupid. You got 28 years for that. Why you just can't cooperate? Why you can't just listen and see what they got to say? Because you know why? He had the pow on him, and he knew he was going to go down for that. But why you going to make it worse and then use it against him? You're lucky that he's still alive. He's lucky to still be alive. And you guys, let's double tap that screen. We got to get better than this on these numbers. I know we got a lot more people over here. You guys are now waking up. The best part of waking up is our bottom line. I ain't gonna say the other one. No, you know I ain't messing with that. We know better over here. We know where it comes from. You guys get that better stuff. You know where to get it from. Yeah, I know where to get it from. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because now like I told you guys earlier, I don't mess with heights. I'll look at stuff that's high up in the air and say, wow, look at that. But do I want to go be a part of it? No. I got little things that I do when I got to take a flight somewhere, little superstitions and stuff like that. I'm not going to tell you guys what they are, but I do. And it's got me from point A to point B every single time. I do not at all. Like I said, I do not. What you said, add baked, now time to wait. Uh-oh, there you go. I see you guys are baking and waking and baking up on 420 today. But let's get on over here to see what's going on with these blue angels. Maybe this could take you a little bit higher in the sky. I'm glad you guys said that because you're right on point. Maybe the blue angels can take you higher in the sky. These are the Thunderbirds. They're they're going to be stunning a crowd in a Delta flyover in Florida. I thought that this was pretty cool. I thought that you guys may get a kick out of it. Check this out right here. This is the air crew of the flight crew. I thought you guys might get a kick out of this. See, I'm good looking at it, but I'm not going up there. Keep looking, keep watching. It gets better, trust me. Now let's do some close-ups. You know how good of a pilot you have to be to do that, to keep those planes like that in simulation and formulation like that? Upside down. That's that Top Gun move right there from Maverick, y'all. Highway to the danger zone. Yeah. To be able to do that in formulation is crazy right there. Highway to the danger zone. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. You know I gotta shake it up a little bit. It's the weekend. I'm sorry, it's a Monday. I'm sorry, it's Monday. I want to wake you guys up and get you guys ready for the rest of the week. Come on now. Wake up, wake up, wake up. I see you guys already got your coffee and you already got your wake and bake in there too. I already saw that. I saw that. Let's get on over to Austin. We got a manager that recounts some chaos inside of a Southeast restaurant. Woo! This guy just started picking up stuff and over $60,000 in damages. I don't know if I could be the owner of a store or a restaurant and just stand around and let somebody damage my business like that. Just never been built like that, you guys. If you guys think that you could stand around and just let somebody do this, if this was your business, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you would do if someone did this to your business. You know, I'm definitely gonna try to call the cops, but I think I'm gonna try to be a little more preventive than just that. Let's check this craziness out right here. Let's go.
A restaurant manager is giving his account of a frightening situation that unfolded in Southeast Austin.
We showed you this video last night at 10. Staff and customers ran out the door as a man flipped tables, smashed glassware, and threw things around. KVU's Jose Alonso has new insight into what happened.
The dinner rush resumes at 888 Pan Asian Restaurant on East Oltorf Street. But just last Sunday, an unprovoked smashing spree left customers and employees in distress.
No one got hurt. That's the most important.
Austin police arrested 30-year-old Baron Heinrich and charged him with terroristic threat, a state jail felony. General Manager Ryan Tran says Heinrich's $68 dine-in bill turned into thousands in damage. Tran shared these pictures showing the aftermath of the rampage.
A lot of the glassware, table, the fountain drink, it's a lot of stuff, but we just repairable. But on the process, we ordered a new furniture, so probably it take us a month or 2 months. The import from overseas, so it's over $40,000 for damage, but include the total sale and also our labor and everything, the total sale for 2 days to recover everything, over $60,000.
The arrest affidavit says witnesses saw Heinrich go into the bathroom, and whenever he came back into the dining area, that's when he started erratically flipping tables over. It took the Vietnamese restaurant about 2 days to reopen, which Tran says cost them about $17,000 in sales a day. After the cleanup, local support rushed in.
When we saw the news story, let's go tonight and support and let these guys know that there's community and there's people that love them. And for every wrongdoing, something that happens, there's 100 more people that come in and say, hey, we love you guys and we're coming to support the business.
Although the commotion wrecked the business, Tran says Heinrich's family have been loyal customers and he's not taking this personally.
So hopefully that moment until today, they will recover and I hope they get their life back together.
Even through trauma, there's forgiveness. In Southeast Austin, Jose Alonso, KVU News.
A total of 8 APD officers responded to the restaurant, and police say Heinrich barricaded himself in a back office before officers arrested him. And we've requested an update on this investigation for a possible motive, and as of tonight, we've not gotten any new information.
Somebody says if you can't afford to go,
Progressivism.
if you can't afford to go buy it yourself, if you can't afford to go buy it and cool it yourself. If he broke, just say that. What a good owner. Not everybody is fit to be in public these days. Good morning, family. Better man than me. Yeah, exactly. Who that right there? Monologic? You know you're better man than me. Because I would have been over there like, oh yeah, for real? Boo back, boo back. Oh, but then he would have probably tried to sue you. You know how that go. He hit me. He's the manager. Probably try to sue you. That's why I did it. That's why, sometimes you just gotta call the police. Maybe if they would have tackled them, maybe like 6 of them would have tackled them, that probably would have worked. But I don't know. Make him pay for the damages before or for probation. Just ridiculous. There is no good reason. Austin, the new California. What they say? Cornophonia. Okay, my screen will not hit the like. Why not? You can double tap it and get that like up. All you gotta do is go like this. That'll get your likes up. That's all you gotta do. Let's get on over to Boston. That's right, Boston. We got this ex-employee who's soon. Oh no, my bad. I don't want to do that one again because you guys gonna think it's about to be another light up over here. It's not, and it's not gonna be a light up. It's not gonna be a light up. Let's keep on moving. Do I gotta do it from over here? Because I will. I can do it from over here. A beautiful soul. Oh man, why this one? I see why it skipped up like that because I pushed it. Oh yeah. A beautiful soul. We got this pregnant woman who lost her life after being, on I-75. I don't even want to say it. This woman lost her life after being found on I-75. Check this out, you guys. This is sad right here. Remembering by her family. Very sad, especially when somebody loses her life while she's still pregnant. Very sad, tragic situation right here. Come on, you guys. Let's get on over to Atlanta, see what's going on with this.
A family forced to deal with a tragic loss. Thanks for joining us here at 11. I'm Blair Miller.
And I'm Carly Barnett. A brother is grieving his sister, and children are mourning their mother. Bianca Huntley was shot and killed earlier this week. Investigators found her body inside of a vehicle on Interstate 75 near the airport. She died at the hospital.
Atlanta News First, Justin Berger is outside Atlanta Police Headquarters tonight after speaking with Huntley's family. Justin.
Blair, they're heartbroken. Her family describes Bianca Huntley as the life of the party, a people person. Days later, there are so many questions as Atlanta police continue to investigate the circumstances leading up to her death.
Atlanta.
Everybody loved her. Just a beautiful soul.
Michael Huntley, the father of Bianca's first child, London, is lost.
I really don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. It ain't no handbook for it.
Around 6:15 Tuesday evening, 75 North near North Central Avenue turned into a crime scene. With the turn signal of her car still on in the median, police found Bianca shot not too far from her job at DHL near the airport. She was taken to the hospital. She did not survive.
Just couldn't believe it. It didn't dawn on me till the next morning. Thought it was a dream.
Bianca's older brother Zeke misses his sister, the one that had the ability to turn any negative into a positive.
Because if I was down, it was like she was a big brother sometimes. Told me to pick my chin up.
Bianca had another daughter, Ariana, with a third on the way. She was 4.5 months pregnant when she was killed. A third little girl.
Justice needs to be served. People need to take accountability for their actions.
Now, Michael Huntley navigates a new normal.
One day at a time. Yeah, pretty much.
One without London's selfless mom.
Having to explain to my baby that her mama's never come home. I mean, there's nothing you can prepare for. There's nothing you ever expect.
Those close to Bianca now focus on giving her a proper burial, letting police handle their investigation. But with so few answers right now, her family says if you know something, come forward.
The situation has torn our family apart, and we just trying to put the pieces back together. And it's going to be hard, but I mean, some justice would, help. So that's what we're shooting for.
Yeah, let's do it right while they're doing that right there. We want to pray for Bianca. We want to pray for the family to give us strength throughout this tragic event, you guys. Yes, that was in Atlanta. And when they say I-75, we keep saying I-75 because it actually happened on the I-75. Okay, guys? Atlanta and the I-75. Want to pray for her, pray for the family to have strength. Hopefully they can make it through this with resolve and try to find out who actually did this, and bring this person to justice swiftly. We want to pray that the police get on the job very fast and see if they can come up with any sort of leads. Anybody out there that know anything? You guys, there ain't no such thing as snitching when it's somebody like this, especially someone that was actually pregnant with a child. That's terrible and a tragedy right there. And want to look into people that were around her too, and people that were close, because that's the first people that they look into. Want to pray for the children, the brother, as well as the baby father and the parents. Amen. Sad situation right there. Sad situation, you guys. Man, woo. Atlanta, boy, yeah, on the highway too, on the highway, on the I-75. So that's why people be like, "What do you mean I-75?" On the I-75, actually happened on the roadway. Let's keep on going, you guys. We got to get to this hot air balloon in PA. I don't know what he thought about, but luckily it was an emergency landing. First, we got the guy with the parachute that went the wrong way, and now we got somebody with a hot air balloon that lands in somebody's backyard. Now this is crazy. Now, I never had the inkling to get inside of a hot air balloon. I never thought that getting inside of a basket that's being propelled in the air by a flame with a balloon on top would be something that I'd be interested in. Never. But hey, to each one, that's on you guys. Each one, you do what you like. If that's on you, no problem. I'm all for it. Let me know how it was, because I know I ain't going up there. But now, check this out. This one had to land in somebody's backyard of emergency landing. Check this out, you guys.
And wild new video and details tonight after a hot air balloon makes an emergency landing in a backyard in Temecula. We're hearing from one of the passengers on board. The sudden drop in by 13 strangers, stunning the homeowners and their neighbors. Well, thankfully, no one was hurt and everyone walked away just laughing about this experience.
Just incredible video, including a new angle. As Eyewitness News reporter Amy Powell explains, the landing did include several heart-stopping moments.
Somebody said crashing a cookout for real, and they ain't even scared. They just in the back laughing and all. I'm like, what? Yo, he must have kept them super calm.
People who are on board that hot air balloon are praising the pilot who pulled off this incredible emergency landing. So many things could have gone wrong, but when it landed, everyone was smiling. A hot air balloon ride coming to an unexpected end for the 13 people on board when it was forced to land in the backyard of a home in Temecula.
Because at first I was like, oh my gosh, we're in a backyard. Like, this is crazy.
Hi, everybody. What?
It was an even bigger surprise for the residents. Hunter Perrin was watching television Saturday morning when a neighbor knocked on his door.
Go and answer the door. And this guy's like, they just landed in your backyard. I'm like, what?
Hunter and his wife Jenna ran outside and saw the relieved passengers.
I opened the sliding glass door and there's a basket full of 13 people in my backyard.
I run to the back and there's a whole group of people that are just waving at me.
Brianna Avalos and her husband were taking their first hot air balloon ride to celebrate their 10th anniversary. As they started approaching the neighborhood, Brianna says the pilot made an announcement.
He said there's not enough wind because the wind kind of like stopped a little bit. And he was like, we're going to land. And we only had a little bit of fuel left.
So you didn't bring enough fuel out. You see, you got 13 people in there. You know it's heavy, and now you're gonna tell them it's windy.
Pilot, he was masterful. You know, he got it like right down inside, like directly into the backyard where there was nothing. Like the blue.
Got another person that says I'd be PISSED landing in my backyard like that.
Didn't catch on anything. They came in and he kind of just plopped straight down.
Somebody said they on
very slowly.
Neighbors gathering in the street to watch.
He was trying to get us to the street, but we couldn't get to the street in time, so we landed in the people's backyard. Wow. Safe and sound, like no one hurt, like everyone's great. He was an amazing pilot.
The balloon caused no damage to the property, and again, no one was injured. Amy Powell, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Oh boy, I told you can come up with any story nowadays, and I'm telling you, it will probably happen. 9 times out of 10, you can make up your own stories now. I mean it. You can make up your own stories at this point. And I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, they might come to pass, you guys. That was crazy right there. Seriously crazy. I had to take a sip of water on that one, you guys. Woo! That's right. We're so happy that they landed safely. So happy that the Lord made sure that they came down safe with the man's masterful balloon driving, if you want to call it that. Good work, Skipper. Want to thank everybody else that was a part of that, and thank them and hope that they never try to get up there again. I wouldn't do that no more. Okay, amen. I'm good. After something like that happened, I'd be like, no, I'm straight. I'd be the only one in there mad. Everybody else in there like, oh my God, yeah, let's go. You made it. They're like, oh, you landed safe. I'd be like, why the hell are we in somebody's backyard? And then on the other end, why the hell are you in my backyard? I'm good talking about hit you up if I'm interested. Male political reactions, I'm good, not interested in going balloon riding no time soon. No, thank you. Do me a favor, you guys, let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. If you want to see more stories like that, that's right. Double tap that screen, get those likes up because we are still and will remain the #1 show on YouTube. By the time we get back here, we're going to let you guys know it because we plant the flag. And guess what time it is? Do you know what time it is? That's right. It's time. It's one of our favorite segments. It's that time of the show to get into our health and wellness selections. And I got something good for you guys today. This has something to do with our circulation, our flow, our body flow, and what we need to be doing and what we need to be cutting out. So yes, you guys, if you suffer from any sorts of arthritis pain, if you suffer from anything that has to do with inflammation, if you want to stop pains and things like that from happening, you might need to pay attention to what you're eating because it's not just about what you're doing to work it out, it's what you're putting in your body. That's why today I'm bringing you guys something special. Here we go right here. The 7 worst foods. I'm sorry, you guys. We got the 7 worst foods right here. The 7 worst foods for arthritis and inflammation. I already know which ones that I need to stay away from just in case you get inflammation, you guys. What you want to do is stay away from inflammatory foods, things that cause inflammation. Also, if you want to stay away from mucusy things, you want to stay from a lot of milk, away from a lot of milk. You want to stay away from a lot of sugars. You want to stay away from a lot of, let's say, processed foods. You know that waffle mix. It's nothing but process right there. That's nothing but processed mix right there. You guys, we got to eat better. And trust me, over 2 months of me eating better, I feel much better now. Doing every single thing that I've been showing you guys. I've not just been preaching it, I've been practicing it. So you asking me about it, I can tell you guys exactly what we've been doing and what's been working for me. These are the 7 worst foods for arthritis inflammation. Eat this instead. Here we go right here. The name of the channel is Michigan Foot Doctors, believe it or not. The Michigan Foot Doctors. The name of the show is, this segment here is the 7 worst foods for arthritis and inflammation. You guys will be able to go to the Discord right after this and see the entire thing. Video is pretty long. We're going to let it run as long as possible. But yes, we still got to keep it going. So I'm going to let you guys see what we're getting into right here. First thing we're going to talk about is the knees, the hips, and the feet. That's right. The best foods to reduce inflammation, the worst foods that cause arthritis, the types of arthritis, gout, buildup, and a lot more. Let's go, you guys. Let's get busy. Let's go.
This is Tom Bernanke, and today we're talking about the 7 worst foods for your joint pain. So knees, hips, feet. We're talking about all of this. We're backing it all up with high-level studies. And then as a bonus, we're going to give you the best foods to absolutely replace them with. And don't worry, it's not just vegetables. And we're starting right now.
Boom. That's right. Hit that subscribe button.
Make sure you stick around to the end because we're going to be giving you the clinically proven beneficial things that you can add to your diet to make your joints feel better. And we're going to be first starting with the different types of arthritis. So number 1, everybody thinks of osteoarthritis. So this is missing cartilage. So we used to think that this was just from being overweight and your joints rub and grind to dust. But really, there's a lot of metabolic components to it. There's also gout. Gout is the buildup of uric acid. This is usually in your big toe joints, your ankles, your feet. And certain types of food can cause gout to build up. And these are crystals that basically act like razor blades in your joints. You also have rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, psoriatic arthritis. And these are all autoimmune diseases where your body attacks itself. The more you can lower those inflammatory cytokines, the better it will be for your body in repelling these. And lastly, I always like to include diseases like diabetes, because with high blood sugar levels, this stiffens your tendons. And this is proven over and over. So you got to make sure to control your metabolism because it gives you stiff joints, stiff tendons, and makes your body attack itself and razor blade crystals in your joints. So
there's a lot of stuff that we're eating that we know we should not be eating, and it's prolonging these pains and it's making these things last longer, like enriched foods, bleached breads, processed foods, all of that stuff. It just makes this stuff even worse.
Here's the foods. We're starting number one with processed foods and meats. So specifically the meats. These are your lunch meats, your bacons, your ham slices, jerkies, and your smoked meats. So the reason is there's something called ages. And what ages do is they accumulate in your body. They have been linked with pro-inflammatory cytokines. So that's inflammatory markers in your body that lead to increased inflammation, joint pain. It's been associated especially with colon cancer, not just arthritis. So if you need more reasons to avoid these foods, that's one of them. This has been shown to increase interleukin-6, homocysteine, C-reactive protein.
I'm starting to feel like you can't bend your fingers and stuff like that. Yeah, that's starting to be that arthritis, you guys. We can combat it. We can. You got to stop eating certain foods, and you still have to move. Get up. Start moving. Move it. Move it.
Processed meats are bad. Good, healthy meats are always welcome. Number 6 in our countdown is alcohol. So alcohol has been shown to be beneficial in the Mediterranean diet. So there's some studies that say a glass of wine a day or so is good.
Now, be careful now. Just because they say a glass of wine is okay, that doesn't mean that you can overdo it. The real limit, believe it or not, is actually 3 glasses per day. Just so you guys know. You want to be moderate too, but yes, they do say technically 3 are actually that's the limit.
Where it starts getting bad is for women, 2 glasses a day, or men, 3 glasses a day. So that's a standard beer or a standard glass of wine or a shot of alcohol. So that's where you want to cap it. It seems a little bit high to me. So 15 drinks a week for men seems a little bit high to me, but hey, that's the study. So it's 10 drinks a week for women or 15 per week for men, and you don't want to go more than 2 or 3 per day. And this is associated with, again, pro-inflammatory cytokines, pro-inflammatory markers. It affects your gut, creating a condition called leaky gut. You don't absorb other good nutrients quite as much. So not only does it create bad inflammation, but it prevents good absorption of it.
And if you have a bad gut, you're going to have problems everywhere else. It's the center of your energy. It's the center of your chi. It's the center of your core. The gut is very important, you guys. What you eat, the way that you take care of your stomach is very, very important. It's your core.
Nutrients that battle those inflammatory markers. So processed carbs are number 5. So the glycemic index, basically the bad level on the glycemic index is foods that are simple sugars. So
how many of you guys had a donut this morning? How many of you guys actually went to Dunkin' Donuts? Because I know you guys be talking a good one, but I'm probably the only one that practice what I... No, I ain't going to say that because I know there's a lot of you out there that really get it in, like Sam. I see you getting it in. I also want to know that I want to see more people do what Sam does because Sam ain't scared. Sam be putting those pictures up of those workout sessions on Discord, huh, Sam? I see you getting busy out there. Check this out, you guys. Stay away from those donuts. Stay away from the Dunkin' Donuts because just one of those drinks has at least, I'm talking about at least about a full day supply of sugar, if more. I'm telling you, be careful with the stuff that you're putting in your body. And you can't cheat yourself. You can cheat other people and say that you're not eating it, but you can't cheat yourself. Let's go.
Lots of straight sugar. So for example, a donut would be very sugary on the glycemic index. But on the other hand, an avocado, which is about 90% fiber. So in 11 grams of carbs, 10 grams are fiber. So that's something that passes through our stomach and is not digested by our body. That's pretty good on the glycemic index. So you want to eat more fruits, more vegetables. those are pretty good on the glycemic index. But very high sugar foods like donuts, those are really bad on the glycemic index. So not only that, high sugar leads to diabetes, higher sugar levels. The higher the sugar levels in your bloodstream, the more stiffened your tendons get. So this is well known. The more sugar that is in your bloodstream, the stiffer your tendons will get. So
now you like those high sugary drinks and you wonder why it's hard to flex and bend? Yeah, that's just the cause of the effect. Yeah.
that puts even more pressure on your joints. So your joints are going to hurt. And not only that, but if you're not getting enough fiber, you're going to get problems like hemorrhoids. You're going to have a hard time sitting. Your butt cheeks are going to hurt. You're going to shift side to side. So you want to make sure you get those fiber filled carbs, not those refined sugar carbs. And these foods are your breads, your pastries, your flour, your sugar, your soft drink, your
all of that's processed, and all of that, all of the sugar, all of the drinks, like this, all of your sodas, it's nothing but corn syrup. It's nothing but syrup with sugar in it, y'all.
Pasta. Number 4 is vegetable oils and seed oils. So this is a controversial topic as well, because I always get a lot of heat. And there's good oils and bad oils, but it's never black and white. But the idea is most of the bad oils are pretty high in omega-6 fatty acids. So most people have heard of omega-3 fatty acids, but not so much omega-6 fatty acids. Omega-6 fatty acids contribute to inflammation. And inflammation is good, but it should be omega-3 and omega-6 in about a 1-to-1 ratio. The average American diet is about 25 omega-6 to 1 omega-3. So we're not getting enough omega-3s. That means it's getting too high in inflammation and too low in anti-inflammation.
Now we're going to get a list of good oils.
This is a list of good fats. This is by Dr. Kate.
Now what I want you guys to do is what I always tell you to do. If you're interested in knowing the good fats, okay, but not so great, the bad fats, we got all purposes like olive oils, cautions with heat. You got to caution certain oils you shouldn't have with the heat, limited use, different types of oils. Screenshot. That's what we do at this point. We always screenshot. This I get out of you guys' way. I let you guys get a chance to go ahead and screenshot that right there. And this way, you've got it yourselves. Let me know when you screenshot that. You all got it? Okay, okay, okay. You guys already screenshot that. I can keep the show going. These are the good oils. And let's go.
Shanahan, so her website's Dr. Kate, but she does a pretty good breakdown. This is a board-certified physician who analyzed this. You got some good ones right here. You got your bad ones. I looked at like 10 to 20 different charts. All are by physicians.
This person is totally correct. That Sweet RV says you literally have to eat healthy, or in 5 years you start to see the effects of the poor quality of food. And it also reverses, Sweet RV. When you start to eat good quality food, you start to feel better and you start to see the reversal effect of what you just said. Perfect example right here. There you go. You're right. Let's go.
Or specialists or people certified to talk about this kind of stuff. And you know what? The lists kind of flip-flop back and forth for different reasons. It's because there's good fats, there's bad fats, stuff burns in heat. There's a lot of different reasons why you shouldn't and should not eat these oils. So the best bet, in my opinion, is to avoid them altogether. They did a study in rats, and if rats were over 20-to-1 in omega-6 to omega-3, then those rats had increased inflammation markers like C-reactive protein, and they had much higher rates of cancer.
So using those oils in rats, they found that the rats had more chances, more susceptible to getting cancer. Staying away from those oils.
Oils are not black and white because you have trans fats versus omega-6 fats. You have saturated fats versus unsaturated fats. You have fats that basically create toxic compounds when they're on the frying pan. So there's a lot of levels because some people love certain oils, even though they hate other oils, artificial trans fats. So this is where I used to make a mistake. Hydrogenated foods, these are your processed fats,
French
like
fries.
your popcorns, the microwavable popcorns, your margarine, your fried foods.
Margarine, you know it's not real. The margarine is not good for you. Popcorn in the microwave, fried foods. We know it, but we still eat it, right?
French fries, your fast foods, your cakes, your cookies, your pastries, all the good food that I love are trans fats, unfortunately. Now, they did a study where good, healthy, lean cut meats and dairy. Those are good fats that, even though they're trans fats, they don't create as bad an effect on the human body as these processed trans fats. So they're not necessarily hydrogenated. And kind of my reasoning for this is it's in the body can break it down. Whereas these artificial ones, your body can't really break it down. So it leads to bad processes. And not only that, but a really fatty diet leads to increased metabolic syndromes. That's your diabetes, your fat around your waist, and that leads to increased inflammation in the body in general.
Body can't break it down, so in order for you to get rid of it, you gotta work it out. Yeah, you gotta hit the treadmill in order to get that out, and it's still hard to do. Now what I'm gonna do, guys, we're gonna bring it all the way up to high fructose corn syrup. Very important topic. Let's go.
Cheap cereals, cookies, sodas. Sodas are probably number one. If that was a food, soda would be number one. You're drinking pure sugar, pure high fructose corn syrup. So they did a study. Basically, if you had high fructose corn syrup in there, it led to increased inflammatory cytokines. So these are markers in your body that cause inflammation. They also did a study with high fructose diets in mice. These mice had high rates of cancer.
That's right, you guys. Got to buy the high quality cast iron. Watch out for the Ozark cast iron. It's made in China. Yes, because of the films and all of this stuff that they call that they're protecting these pans with, you guys. You got to be careful of the reactions and what's going to probably be coming out of that pan as well, depending on how they treated it. Be very careful of how you use margarines and oils, especially when you're heating them up. Okay, I heard that margarine's an ingredients way. I didn't get that one. Sorry about that. You guys, dude looks like he's pregnant. You saw that, right? That was because his body could not process those foods, because some of the food is not made for you to be able to process. Your lungs, I mean, your kidney and your liver does not want to process some of that stuff. That's why it's just sitting there and it just builds up, builds up, builds up, builds up. The only way they really get rid of it, you got to work it out. Dude did look like he was pregnant. Keep on.
Much higher than normal rates. And then they measured the anti-inflammatory markers in your body. And basically, if you ate a high fructose corn syrup, such as all the stuff I mentioned, your anti-inflammatory markers went down like a rock. So they did a clinical trial of sodas versus milk versus water. Soda is the one that had horrible results. Milk wasn't that bad, water wasn't that bad, but sodas were horrible. Now the question is, can you drink a diet soda? It might not be the best for you, but it's still a lot better than a sugary high fructose corn syrup soda in almost all areas. And the high fructose syrup leads to obesity, insulin.
And this stuff like this gout.
So I'm biased as a foot doctor, but I see gout in the big toe joint in your ankle. If you wake up in the morning, your big toe and your ankle is throbbing. I've done surgery on these, and it's like crystals, like legitimately like somebody poured sugar in your joints, and people are grinding their cartilage. It's literally slicing up with that sugar, destroying the cartilage. Gout lasts 3 to 10 days. And what causes gout? Basically, it's a buildup of uric acid. But things you want to do is make sure you're well hydrated with water. Make sure you avoid all these sugary foods. Soda is a big one. Make sure you cut down on the fatty meats. Make sure you cut down on shellfish, crustaceans. Make sure you cut down on sweetened foods. Make sure you...
Crustaceans, and yes, gout. The gout is no joke. You're right there. You're right about that toe gout. Yes, that's right.
You cut down on...
And diet soda, you're right. Diet soda, Marshall, is not good either. You're right. But he's saying it's better than regular soda. If you got to drink soda, diet soda is better than the other soda is what he's saying.
Sweetened juices. So I have a video that goes really in depth on gout. So I'm going to link that below because I could talk for 2 hours about gout alone. Don't worry, I wasn't just going to skip that.
Now it's time to get to some good stuff, y'all. Where we going? Let's go to the good stuff. Let's go to the good stuff.
The high sugar syrups, the high sugar drinks and foods, the refined foods. Skip all that. Now we're going to get into what you should be eating instead. Those are 7 bad things for joint pain and arthritis. But here's what's proven.
And we know about this, right? I tell you guys all the time, turmeric and curcumin. I tell you all the time, turmeric. Also, guys, see what the maximum dosage your doctor says is okay for you to take, especially if you have inflammation. Once you do a 30-day regimen with like 1,500 milligrams, you're gonna start feeling that sciatica go away. Yeah, once you finish the pill pack, I know I did. Once I finished the once I finished one container of the pills, that by the 30th day, it helped me get rid of a lot of the pain when it came down to my sciatic nerve that was bothering me. So turmeric is fantastic when it comes down to inflammation. Let's go.
Turmeric and curcumin. So I have a video about that, but turmeric and curcumin made my #1 list of foods. This is an Indian spice, and the Indian diet on average incorporates 2,000 milligrams, which is more than like supplements can provide.
See, they 2,000 milligrams is what they feed you. So they eat about 2,000 milligrams. That's a lot. So that's basically the dietary amount that's allotted per day. So if you guys can take up to 2,000 milligrams, go for it. I normally take 1,500. You just got to go look for the turmeric. And yes, look at the milligrams and go ahead and start taking them. Take 2 a day.
So this has been shown,
but ask your doctor first,
in high-level studies to basically cut down inflammation for the joints. #2, you want to make sure you're getting fresh fish and sources of omega-3 fatty acids. It can come from vegetables as well, but in lower concentrations. It's generally in.
And yes, be careful. I'm not gonna get away from the right stuff. Recently, I did some research and unfortunately found turmeric and cinnamon are very high in lead coming in from different countries. You have to really check these brands. We did the same research a couple of months ago. We found out about the lead in the cinnamon, as well as the turmeric, as well as in many other products. You guys, we always talk about that. So always make sure you're checking your brands. And I keep on telling you guys, why do we have a smartphone if we're not using it? Go ahead and download Grok. Go ahead and download ChatGPT. Ask these questions. As you continue to ask your AI the questions, it will actually start to realize what you eat and what you don't. Tell them you're a vegan. Tell them that you're a pescatarian. Tell them this, and then you start talking to them when you go food shopping. I think I'm going to get this product right here, and let the tell you about the product. No, you don't want to get that, or you can even take a picture. Which one of these are the best? This is the one that's the best. I'm telling you, use your smartphone, use AI. I keep on telling you guys, stop being scared of AI. Just use it for different things that's going to really assist you. Let's keep on moving forward. Let's go.
And salmon, freshwater fish. And what happens in this case is those omega-3s, I mentioned that 25-to-1 ratio, as close as you can get to 1-to-1, that's what you want. And especially be careful with the supplements, because sometimes the supplements are only like 10% omega-3 fatty acids. And if you're getting 90% omega-6s and 10% omega-3s, you're kind of wasting your money, in my opinion. So I linked some good ones down below, but these aren't my supplements, so do your own research too. Those are just some of my favorites. And what you want to do too is green tea. So green tea extract in a high-level study has been shown to help joint pain. So there's a ton of papers I found showing green tea extract makes a big difference. And also, there's a lot of things like collagen, supplements, a couple other things too. That's why I made a video where I talk about
we did the supplements
that can help that avoid medications, and I link this here. But
you guys want to do the spice brands again, we can do that, because I found another one that's about brands as well as the different types of spices.
Guys, that's kind of the big tips. If that helped, share this with your friends who have joint pain, and we'll see you at the next one. I care.
And again,
this is Tom.
Sorry about that.
This is Tom Bernanke, and today we're
let him finish.
That's kind of the big tips. If that helped, share this with your friends who have joint pain, and we'll see you at the next one. I care about you, and I hope your arthritis gets better.
Oh man, keep on doing that.
This is Tom.
I'm sorry, you guys, but I just want to bring it back to the video again, because I love to make sure that I tell you guys what the video is, just in case you want to follow the channel, just in case you got something out of that, because I know I did. Or let me tell you something. A lot of times when I hear the same thing twice, especially from 2 different doctors, it really just confirms that the facts that we're getting is correct. That means that we need to really keep on doing what we're doing, and keep on making sure that you guys double tap that screen. Also, any information that you get here or anywhere, always double and triple check it. Don't just take it as fact or law. Make sure you guys are checking all the information that you're ever getting from anybody to make sure that it fits you as well. Now we're going to get back into the title and to where you guys got to go to be a part of this channel, because we always share the love over here. I want you to make sure you go watch, if you want to see it again, the 7 worst foods for arthritis and inflammation Eat this instead. Again, 7 worst foods for arthritis and inflammation. Check this out. The channel now is Michigan Foot Doctors. Again, Michigan Foot Doctors. And also, you guys, let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. If you have not done it already, go ahead and get those likes up. Subscribe to the channel. That's what I'm talking about when I say educational information. We do this every single day, especially my favorite segment, health and wellness. I'm telling you, it's just so much out there to think about, so much to talk about. And you know what else is health and wellness? I told you guys yesterday, think of different topics. What else could be health and wellness? I said to myself, self-defense. That's actually health and wellness because you're taking care of yourself and you got to be well in order to do it. And also, you want to be able to defend yourself. That's protection, protecting yourself in a certain way. So it actually falls up under the same category, especially when you want to come up with new titles for people like you guys to follow. Hopefully, you guys go ahead and join the Michigan Foot Doctor channel. And again, it will be up on the Discord today. And again, from me to you guys personally, I really hope and I really appreciate and think and I pray that you guys got something out of that video. I don't want to just put up videos and waste you guys' time. I want to make sure that you guys are actually getting something out of it. Maybe some reinforced information, some stuff that you already heard before, maybe that shines a light on something. That's what we do around here, you guys. That's what we do. Now, we got to keep on moving forward because we got a neighborhood. Oh boy. And it's always good when a neighborhood stands together, especially when it's for one of our furry little friends. And we love animals over here, you guys. I promise you we do. Check this out. We got a situation where the neighborhood comes together to rescue a dog after his family left him. And this is so sad. But guess what? It didn't end off the same way it started. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. And if you do appreciate the content and you have not subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Hit that notification bell down there so that you know when we're on. And also subscribe. Yeah, subscribe to the channel. It's free. But if you want to splurge a little bit, go ahead and spend $2.99 and become a member. After 3 months, you get free merch, either a decal or you get a keychain. That's how we do it now. After 3 months of being on our bottom line, if you've been here 3 months straight, you might be receiving a our bottom line decal, or you may be receiving an our bottom line keychain. Everybody who played the game yesterday, they got keychains coming out and they got decals coming out today as well. So everybody who sent in yesterday, yes, you've been covered already in the mail. All I'm asking you guys to do, can you send those photos back? I love to see when the puppies and the kittens are playing with the keychains. I love to see when you guys put them on your key rings. All of that, it's all family. We put it up in the Discord as well, you guys, because we share the love over here. Let's get on over to this neighborhood that comes together and save this. I think this is in a Husky. I'm not sure though. Let's go. This Husky's family was taken by ICE. And he hasn't stopped crying. So his family was taken by ICE, and he hasn't stopped crying. Crying in front of their house. He has no idea where they went. When neighbors became aware of his heartbreaking situation, they tried to get him to safety. But he was extremely suspicious and would evade his rescuers every time. A coalition of neighborhood rescuers looked for him every night until one night they saw him moving around with a friend.
They're literally just roaming around together. You guys are funny.
They're friends.
Yeah.
They were spotted together several times, but rescuers couldn't get a hold of either of them.
Let's see if I can get out. Hey, how are you? How you doing?
The pitty was incredibly friendly, but she refused to leave her husky friend.
Oh, hey, how are you? Well, this one's being nice to me. Hey, how are you? What a good doggy, huh? Boy.
The rescuers didn't want to get too aggressive in trying to grab both dogs for fear of the husky running away and never coming close to them again.
Yeah, it's okay. All right. Bye-bye.
But after several nights, they couldn't leave the pitty on the streets anymore and leashed her up. While her new life was just starting, this left the husky all alone. They called Kathy Perez, a professional dog rescuer, for backup.
See, flashlights and people running around in the street and chasing the dog is it's not helping the situation.
This is all chaos. She's like, this is not helping to get the dog.
It's not.
Yeah.
With Kathy's guidance, they set up traps for the husky. And it worked. Kathy was able to trap him, and he was officially safe after weeks of rescue efforts.
Kathy knew what she was doing. Get them cameras and lights out of here. He ain't on Broadway.
The first thing they did was take the Husky to the vet and reunite him with his pity confidant.
Baby boy.
And if you love animals and you want to show your love, go ahead and double tap that screen and get those likes up, you guys. Come on now. I know you guys can do better than that, especially since you want to see the rest of the video, right? And you don't even know what else is coming down the pike. This is our bottom line. We do this every single day. And I know we got enough people in here to at least get up to 300 before we roll up out of here. Come on now. Let's get those likes up and show the animals that we got love for them. You serious? How many animal lovers we got up in here? Nope, no thumbs up or nothing like that. Show your love or hit by hitting that like button. Let's get those numbers all the way up and make sure that we're secure with a solid number. We can do it. Come on, you see what Liberty and Justice is saying. Come on, you guys. I know we can do it.
There we go. Look at that, sweetheart. Hi, sweetheart.
Okay, little boy.
But they didn't have anywhere to take the pups. They were contacting many rescues who were already full.
He's very scared. I can just pick him up. I had to pick him up and carry him to the car.
Until Stacy Hope Rescue agreed to take them in.
Oh my God. Thank goodness. Look at that. You're gonna get somewhere to go, huh? Nothing without her.
It's a whole team to get these dogs off the street. And appreciate everybody's help.
Stacy Hope also got Angel, the Husky, a spot in a training program with Redemption Tales, since he was still so scared of new people and situations that he couldn't walk.
Don't chew that. Don't chew that one.
What a sweet boy you are.
Nice to meet you.
Angel arrived at Redemption Tales
Small, like 38 pounds or something, you know? A little baby.
and got straight to work.
He's a husky. He won't leap over this fence. Sure. I got him.
Oh. Oh.
And then he'll chew that leash.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, the leash will jump right over that. Right there. So yes, he's planning to escape. He can't get away because that never happened again. He's not a sit down like I thought. I had a dog that come like just like completely shut down. Well, you know, so he's processing. 2 weeks ago he was like that. Oh yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I saw it. He's gotten better, you know.
And I'm going to take my time. If I have to take it out, I'll take it out. We just have to be very patient and just nudging him on.
Look at the house. Wow, look at this. Good boy.
Let's go. Good boy.
Takes time.
On the second day, he was already walking a tiny bit on a leash to go outside.
Love to see them. You see, there's people that have this type of patience. They're very special people. Angels on earth, you guys. I love people like this. And if you guys at the end, we're definitely going to show you the name of the rescue. $1, $5. But 10 people, 20 people, it really makes a difference, especially when you're fostering.
Good boy. Good boy.
On the third day, he was meeting new dogs and moving a bit by himself outside.
Oh, he's moving around. Shut up.
And then he was walking straight to the backyard on his own accord.
Oh, here he comes. Hey, you want to come hang out? Oh, buddy.
And finally, he was making real friends.
Who is wagging their tail right there? Look at that. Is that Angel?
Gaining real confidence in himself and his surroundings.
Look at that dog moving around. Stressing. Look at that. Look at that.
He still has confidence to build, and his heart is still healing from when his family was taken from him. However, he and Hope the Pity are still looking for fosters or adopters, and would even love to be rescued together. They are both wonderful dogs who deserve a beautiful second chance at life.
Okay.
And the reason she can't keep them is because she has to save many more. And that's how it goes when you're fostering and when you're rescuing. You guys, that's the name of it right there. Stacy Hope Rescue. The Stacy Hope Rescue. If you guys got any love, you want to show some love to the rescue, it's at Stacy Hope Rescue. And she's also on Instagram. Stacy, STACYHOPE Rescue. Stacy Hope Rescue. Show some love to Stacy and the fam, you guys. That's right. Also, you guys see where we're going with it right now. Let's open this screen up and go ahead and get that backdrop going because y'all know what time it is. Also, if you want to promote your business, you're trying to get out there, trying to get in front of more people, well, guess what? You came to the right place to do it. We've got almost 72,000 subscribers. So that means that your promo will be able to get in front of all of those people. And hey, it won't be bad if I do a little commercial for you at the same time too. We got a couple coming up real soon, you guys. We got a lot coming up on the show. Hope you guys love the show and what we got going on with it. Do me a favor. If you have loved the show up until this point right now, you're having a good time and you really had a good time today, I'm going to ask you guys to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you want to see more topics and more shows just like the one that you saw today, hit that subscribe button. And it will not hurt if you go ahead and tap that bell down there, because that's when you hit the post notification so that you know when we're on. We also have a Discord, you guys. Discord, Our Bottom Line. Instagram, Our Bottom Line. And X, Our Bottom Line. We're everywhere. We're everywhere. But again, if you're trying to promote and be on our platform in the post notification area, all you got to do is send us a promo to where bridgethisllc@gmail.com. That's bridge, like the Brooklyn Bridge, this, THIS, LLC@gmail.com. We're going to put it in the post notification area for you, and everyone over here will be able to see your promo. And that's not the only promo we got going on. I got my own promo coming up as well. It's the Show Your Talent search. That's the talent search that we're doing in Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. And if you win locally, boom, you get to win $250. But after we put everybody together, those 5 boroughs and one person from online, once they compete, they'll get a chance to win $1,000. You guys, you'll walk away with maybe the whole grand prize. That's right, $1,250 to the winner. But yes, that's what it's going to be, the Show Your Talent search. And we're going to be giving you guys dates coming up this week. How do you know where it's going to be at? Where me and my DJ Don Dada is going to be. That's right, my DJ Don Dada. Formerly, that's right, Donna Marie from Black Ink Crew. Now that's my DJ. We pull up hookah lounges, liquor stores, restaurants, and we get the word out about the drink. Big Drip Hard Punch, as well as the Show Your Talent search. And again, if you want to be a part of the talent show, all you got to do is go on over to the website, you guys, www.drinkbigdrip.com. Go ahead but you got to be 21 and older. 21 and older only. Put your email address in the notification area, and you're going to be updated on where we're going to be at. Even if you can't be in the city, you'll be able to tap in virtually. You'll be able to look at us online, and you'll be able to chime in, and you'll be able to give us a chance to let us know who wins, because that's who we're going to find our winners from. Myself and the online fam is going to say, this is who won. That's the best way to do it, the majority of people. And like I said, if you guys want to get your promos on Our Bottom Line, send them over to bridgethisllc@gmail.com. And we'll put them up in the post notification area, as well as our Discord. You guys, if you have not joined the Discord, perfect time to do it. And you know what we're about to do right now before we get out of here, right? Because the same way we start is the same way that we end it. We can't get out of here without saying our prayers. And we got to pray up right now for everybody that's here. I want to pray for a fantastic and safe day. It's Monday. I want everybody to get out there and conquer the world, do your job, do the best that you can do, and make sure that you let everybody know that you're not playing and you're a child of God. You believe in the man. That's right. Upstairs, the man above. If it wasn't for him, I would not be here. I want to thank him for making me wake up this morning, for making it possible for us to be able to do the show. I love coming here every single morning and being with my family and my friends. I want to pray for good health, Father God. I want to pray for good spirits. I want to pray for understanding. We want to be human here, God, over party, because before you're a party, whether you're a Republican or a Democrat, you are a human being. That's who we pray for over here. Real people, our family members, as well as our animals, because we love them. Who we praying for right now? We got Colessive that we're praying for. We're praying for Crystal. Got to pray for liberty and justice. We cannot forget about Jay Woods. I see Miss Keisha in the building. Tanya Zimmerman is getting prayers right now. Frederick. Can't forget about Faye and Teddy Marcel. That's my brother. Yvonne. Can't forget about Colessive. There go my brother, my other brother. Casey Ramos is in the building. Batty Lynn, thank you so much for always holding it down. Liberty and justice. There you go, Lara Croft. There she goes. She's holding it down right there. And I want to pray for you and your girls as well. Frederick, Risk, Rakisha, Revon, John, Liberty, Marty, Ad Rains. Who else we got in the building? Teddy, Marcel. I see Colessive is in here. Colessive, your keychain is coming out today. Want to send you a blessing and a special one as well. Gun B for always holding it down. Ad Rains. We see Winter Rising in here, and thank you so much for the love. And I hope, and I know I'm gonna win. That's right, you guys. Audrey. Can't forget about G95, Mary Tanner, Amanda. Who else we got up in here? Vincent Rock. We got Sweet RV up in the building that's always on point. Sweet RV, thank you for your smart insights that you had today. My brother Jeffrey Spilker, Miss Keisha, Flavor Talk, X-Works 9150. We got Shannon in the building. I see Solo Thug in here. I ain't see Solo Thug in a minute. Brittany, who else we got up in here? Winston, can't forget about Mega Dub. Got to show love to Mega Dub and Sarah. Can't forget about Jordan. Can't forget about Sam Champion for holding me down like Star Screech and Megatron. There you go. I know you in here somewhere. Teddy Marcel. Who else we got in here? Beyond Ether, Collective. I see Winter, Liberty. All you guys. We got to make sure that we get everybody in. Terry, and that last but not least, who do I want to say? Rebecca Lon Yan Bueno. God bless you, sister, and can't wait to see you again tomorrow. With that being said, oh man, that's right, you guys. It's Monday. Get out there and make a difference. And let me see who's gonna follow me today with what I'm gonna do. We already finished the prayer. I want to see if everybody remember this. Let's remember this one. Follow what I do at the count of 3. Not what I say, but what I do. Don't type it in the chat, but do it physical. I don't need to see it. I'm telling you guys right now, I don't need to see it. I need you to feel it, and I need you to do it. So exactly what I do, follow me. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Smile. Just smile and breathe. Smile and breathe. You know why I say smile? Because that's something that we're in control of, and we can do it at any time. I know it's something small, it's something that we probably don't want to look at or shed light on, but smiling sometimes, it makes that little ball in the stomach feel much better. It makes that pain just go away. Because your body don't even know what you're smiling for, even when you're going through bad stuff. So sometimes, you guys, we got to smile in the face of adversity and let the Lord do what he got to do, because we can't control everything. So just smile. That being said, you guys, I will be back tomorrow, 6 o'clock, not 5, 6 o'clock, our regular time. And yes, you'll be seeing shorts go up today. Might do a couple of video pop-ups today. We on Instagram, we on TikTok. We're also on X, and we're on every platform. We really rock out on Discord. So if you guys really want to be a part of a fantastic Discord, because this doesn't stop. You see how crazy the chat goes here? It's even better in Discord. You guys get to see each other's uploads. You guys get to see what's going on with each other. And the family just is even better over there, because now they can be patient and post and do whatever they want to do when they're ready. So you guys, if you really want to be a part of a fantastic group of people, join the Our Bottom Line Discord. HOUR BOTTOM LINE. Just simple as that. Our Bottom Line. And you know what, you guys? Can't wait. Go have fun in your 420, 4 o'clock at 420, whether it's 420 after work or 420 the date. You guys celebrate, have a good day. Just make sure you be careful out there, because you know they're putting all that crazy stuff inside of there right now. So make sure you guys are very careful. 9 times out of 10, you know, you know, certain words that I just can't say, but you know what I'm talking about. Be very careful with your 420 purchase or with your sources, because you know they're just trying to give everybody all that Fetty Wap. They're putting it on everything, and I want to see you guys safe, and I don't want nothing to happen to my people. So you know what I'm about to say right now, because I got to get out here and go win this case. I'm gonna say y'all could have went anyway. But the fact of the matter that y'all came in to chill with me on Monday, and I hope you loved the show and had a good day, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, 6 o'clock in the morning, right here, Our Bottom Line. Get 'em! Peace. See you guys in the morning, 6 o'clock. Let's go.